It's your first look at Forrest football here on TC Sports 1. In our pregame show, we will have interviews with Coach Justin Palmer, Rocket players, our pep talk segment with the Rocket cheerleaders. We'll get a look at the Forrest Band of Blue and our interview with the Band of Blue. Also, we will have our sponsor spotlight and more here on your first look at Forrest football.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. They call him the real Dr. J. No, not the basketball legend, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan. He may not dunk, but he does bring slam dunk vision care to Lewisburg. And his team, nearly 100 years of combined experience. We're still trying to figure out how they all started in middle school. But jokes aside, Advanced Eye Care Clinic takes your vision seriously. From cutting-edge technology to a warm, beautiful office at 815 East Commerce Street, you're in great hands. Call 931-359-4373 today. Your eyes will thank you.
Chapel Hill is growing, and so is First Commerce Bank. With new locations opening, we're making it easier to serve you wherever life takes you. New technologies have provided many new windows to help make your banking experience easier, but our commitment to personal service hasn't changed. We're right here with you, supporting what matters most. Other communities are now finding out what Marshall Countyans have known for over 20 years. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
And our pep talk segment this afternoon. And ladies, let you introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about you.
I'm Ollie. I'm a sophomore and I've been cheering for 3 years.
I'm Lauren. I'm a senior and I've been cheering for 7 years.
Ladies, for the teams, and I know the band, getting the break is kind of a big thing. For y'all, was it really nice to like cheer all this time and then get just a little break before you finish up?
Yeah, it was really nice.
For y'all, do you cheer football and basketball? Or?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what's the difference like?
Oh, the environment's very different. During football season, we don't get to see the student section at all, so we're kind of like separated. And in basketball, we're right next to them, so that's like they help us pep up.
Yeah, and it's nice to like see the game closer because football's so far away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's kind of a difference. I know, everybody, for you, I think the biggest thing that we notice is you ladies having to do all the leg kicks after the scores.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you stay? We marvel every game at how y'all stay in such good shape to be able to do that.
Yeah.
KB makes us do our work.
Yeah, do a lot of warm-ups.
Mm-hmm.
What's the most fun thing, I guess, about doing the football games?
I like stunting.
Yeah, my favorite's stunting because I'm a flyer.
So when we throw the souvenir footballs into the stand, who's got the best arm of the group?
Oh, not me.
I'm all right, but I don't know who's the best.
Probably Slade.
So
Yeah,
do you
absolutely.
is everybody like, okay, let's see if I can throw one up toward the press. Let's see if I can get one that far. Is it?
Yeah. I would say so.
I aim for
would
the
be
little
best.
kids. Like I'm the boss.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, everybody loves to catch one, but it's always nice when one of the little kids catches it. What's been your favorite part about being a cheerleader so far?
I just really like the environment and like making a bunch of friends. Like you make so many memories.
My favorite's homecoming whenever you get to ride in the parade and all the little kids just like cheer at you and they marvel at you. It's the best thing.
One final question. Something outside of cheer that you might like for us to know about you.
Well, I play guitar and I sing.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, have you got like a favorite kind of music you like to do or?
I just normally play acoustic guitar and like, I like singing like John Mayer and learning like hard stuff like that. Like
Okay.
I've been trying to get better.
I'm getting ready to go to school to be a dentist, and my mom is a dental assistant, so I've always grown up in the dental field, so it's just fun for me to get to do that.
That's pretty cool. Ladies, it has certainly been nice getting to talk to you today, and we appreciate you joining us for our Pep Talk segment. Thank you.
Thank you.
In the heart of Chapel Hill, there's a small town grocery with a big selection, Brooks Grocery. From crisp produce to shelves full of your favorite brands, Brooks has it all. The deli offers a hot bar daily and even sushi. At Brooks, the employees aren't just staff, they're your friends and neighbors. With new items arriving all the time, you might just find your next favorite food at Brooks. Don't be chicken to try something new at Brooks Grocery. Big selection and hometown heart.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. See Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive. At Elite Electrical, our team of licensed professionals brings precision and care to every project. From residential upgrades, light commercial installation, rewiring homes, or installing energy-efficient lighting in businesses, our expertise shines through in everything we do. Elite Electrical now offers HVAC services for both residential and light commercial projects as well. You can trust Elite Electrical to power your world with safety and excellence. And our interview with the Band of Blue segment today. And fellas, we'll let you tell us who you are, how long you've been in the band, and what instrument you play.
Alrighty. I'm Isaac Brown. I'm a senior here at Forrest High School. I've been in the band for 6 years, 7 including my beginning band year, learning trumpet. Yeah, that's pretty much me here in the band.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Trevor Glisson. I've been here at the band for 3 years now, and I play the tenors and the drum line. That's about it.
My name is Riley Johnson. I'm a senior here at Forrest, and I've been in the band for 5 years, and I'm a cool solo.
Cool. Fellas, it's getting to be season winding down for football and for band for this part of the season. What's this season been like for you?
Well, it's been extremely productive. We've been working very, very hard. There's been a lot of comparisons to last year. I personally think we have skyrocketed towards last year. With all the new people, it's just been a lot of work, but it's paid off a lot.
Yeah, again, with what he said, it's definitely been a lot of work. Not as good as last year just yet, but we've definitely got a lot better over the past few weeks.
This year's starting to become my favorite year because it is all of our senior years, and it's just a different environment for us personally. It's a lot more meaningful for everybody.
Yeah. Fellas, maybe one thing you might think of, I know this might be tough to get off the top of your head, but maybe one thing that might come to your mind that's made this year special.
This year so far, it's just been my two beginners in the trumpet section. They've been, really understanding. They've been able to take constructive criticism and take that and just learn and become, better musicians, better marchers, better people in general. Just overall, I love working with the new people.
It's also with my two beginners in the drum line, getting to get closer with them as of December last year and just grow closer with them, help them learn and stuff.
Going through it every single year, it's really nice meeting all these new beginners and meeting new people, and that's like they said too, it's their favorite aspect is helping these new marchers out and just trying to get to know them and trying to show them what the Rocket Band of Blue really is.
Man, we thank you for your time, and it's certainly been good for us to get to know you.
Thank you.
Hey, our interview with the Band of Blue today, fellas, you crushed it.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on! Yes, let's go!
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
When life gets full, Highway 99 Storage makes space. From everyday storage needs to your biggest seasonal projects, our units have a wide range of sizes to give you room for it all. Need a home for a camper or a boat? We've got secure parking too. And when your belongings need extra protection, our climate-controlled units keep them safe from heat and humidity. Highway 99 Storage, your space, your way. New units are now available. Call 364-5678 or visit highway99storage.com and rent online today.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital is Marshall County's premier small animal veterinary hospital. As part of the community since 1977, our 4 doctors and highly skilled team offer preventative care, internal medicine, general surgery, and ultrasound. In addition, Maggie Rue Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital and offers a full-service grooming and lodging for your companions. Give us a call to schedule an appointment. Lewisburg Animal Hospital is proud to be your other family doctor.
And for our player segment this week, we get Mr. Braden Bourne. And Braden, for you, I'm sure that Cascade game had to mean quite a lot, got you in the playoffs, but of course being a big rivalry game, talk about how that felt.
It felt great knowing just that the past years they've been like either destroyed. The years that we played Cascade have been just really starting the rivalry, and my entire high school career just being able to beat them as big as we can, especially on senior night with my brother, it just means a lot.
You talked about that. How special was that for you to get to see the seniors get that win on senior night, and just talk about what kind of impact they've had on you as a player?
It means a lot. Like last year with Allen, Drew, and all them, and just like they had a huge impact on me, like just making me want to be a better player. And especially like this year, my brother, with Big Mitch, all them, they're just really impactful, trying to like force all of us just to be better players.
What's it like having your brother playing with you again?
It's just like Little League. We're just sitting there. We're always joking with each other, messing around, just trying to make each other better.
Kind of sometimes you just kind of smile at you know, having him out there. I saw you make the one big play where you kind of both of you get the sandwich on the guy, and I know that had to feel pretty good.
Of course, it's always just a special moment being able to hit someone with my brother.
Talk about a little bit about just getting the break, how it fell, and just, you know, I'm sure this first part of the season has been kind of physically drains you down. Just talk about that, getting that break, how you spend it, maybe a little bit of it, and just the feeling of getting to come back, how much maybe it energizes you to get to come back.
It's just like a huge reset. Like you get to focus in on the next week, especially with it being a big week with a good opponent like Giles County. You're able to just have a full mental and physical reset. Like we went to the beach, which is very relaxing. So just having that week off helped a lot.
That's pretty cool. Talk about, you know, you get Giles County and Watertown these last 2 games, and you know, now you're the first team that's been able to step up and play in 3A. Talk about that just a little bit. They're going, you know, now you get to go to a team that's even been 4A in recent years.
I think us moving up kind of set us as the underdogs in a lot of people's mind. But we always believed in ourselves, and we knew that the opponents that we're going against, that they're good players, but we got great players too, and we'll be able to compete with them.
Talk about, you know, you talk about that. I think that's the big thing with this group is the sense of team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just we always have had a sense of brotherhood, like our house. Like we always bond, like on the field, off the field. Just no matter what we're doing, we're always bonding with each other, just building a better like chemistry with each other.
I haven't got to really get to talk about the house stuff a lot. What's been the most cool thing about doing that?
It just kind of sets a better sense of competition throughout the entire team, because like you'll be sitting there talking trash to each other during the competition, and then like the second it's game time, we're all back to one big brotherhood.
That's pretty cool. Braden, man, you've had a great season. Congratulations thus far. We look forward to some big things the rest of the way.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Tackle your next big project. At Equip Go Rentals, we've got the tools and the equipment you need. From skid steers, mini excavators, trenchers, and stump grinders to everything in between, we provide reliable, high-quality rentals to help you get the job done right. Whether it's construction, landscaping, or a home project, count on Equip Go for affordable rates, dependable service, and the right tools every time. Stop by our 401 North Horton Parkway location in Chapel Hill or give us a call at 931-364-RENT.
At Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, we've called this state home for generations, which means we've been helping folks protect what matters most for over 75 years. Whether it's your car, your home, or the life you're securing, we're here with coverage that fits Tennessee. Bundle your coverage with us. If you're looking for one place to cover your insurance needs, no one is better suited to cover Tennessee than a Tennessean. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
See your local agents, Scott Bond or Troy Cashin. Woo! If it's in your yard, it's not too hard for Tate. Tate Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control. Gravel driveways, landscaping, backhoe work, garden turning and lawn mowing, Garvin's Ground Control has got you covered. Quality workmanship and reasonable pricing make Garvin's Ground Control the heavyweight champion of ground control in the mid-state. He is the Ric Flair of lawn care, Mr. Tate Garvin. Give him a call, 931-703-7997. That's Garvin's Ground Control.
He's a real big dude.
And our Coach's Corner segment, it feels like we've been about 10 weeks that we're starting another season, Coach.
I know. It's fall break definitely felt different this year than last year, and seemed like everybody was excited to be back this week to get going again, and it does kind of feel like the start of a new season with 2 big games coming up and then playoffs after that. And so I've had a really good week of practice. Everybody seems well rested and ready to go again.
Yeah, the schedule hit, I think, too, as you talked about. You kind of got that mental and physical break, but you come back and you got a lot on the line in these last 2 weeks and a lot of energy to take on that task.
Yeah, I think everybody knows what's ahead of us. We're taking it one game at a time, but at the same time, they know that we've got 2 big games left to go. So, but yeah, I think the week off, it was late, when you really look at it, but I think it came at a good time.
Yeah, punching your ticket is big. Of course, you did that against Cascade with that win. Now, of course, the scenario is pretty simple for you. If you win these last 2, second place.
Yeah, getting another home playoff game in back-to-back years would be a big deal, in my opinion. And really being in 3A for the first time in school history and knowing that we're in the playoffs is a big deal. And you think your first year in 3A, if you could host a home playoff game, would be huge.
Yeah, and I think, too, the opponent this week, Giles, has got a lot of, especially recent success, good history there. And you think about years ago, you have never thought that Chapel Hill would be playing Pulaski. I mean, just because of the size disadvantage. But now, of course, with the way things have changed, you end up in 3A, and you end up playing that team that, has got a lot of tradition and making that step up. I think sometimes we tend to forget about it because, you get Community and you get Cascade, and those are teams that you're familiar with, but you're really stepping up a class when you get Giles County on the schedule and in your region.
Right, and they've traditionally been 4A, and it hadn't been until recently that they dropped down to 3A too. So, yeah, they're a program that has a ton of tradition, and they've got an awesome stadium down there, and so I'm excited for our players to get to play in a stadium like that with that huge press box. And it should be a great game, should be a good atmosphere, and I think both sides know how important the game is, and that is the cool thing about being in a different classification is you get to experience some different things and play some different teams.
Yeah, and you talk about that going into that stadium. Of course, it's certainly one of the better ones that you will see at the high school level, and the excitement that comes in getting to go and do that.
Yeah, I think it's called the Brickyard, and it's just it's a neat place, and I've gotten to coach in there 2 different times, and both times they were good games and cool atmospheres, and I'm always one of those that I'm excited about the new playoff format for that reason. I get tired of playing the same people over and over, and I look at how it's set up. If we win in the first round, we would probably go to somewhere up in East Tennessee, where be playing up around Gatlinburg. And how cool would that be to get to play a team that you don't know anything about? You typically wouldn't ever see them or know anything about how they're doing or care anything about it. And now, that's somebody you could cross over with and play. And so I'm all about things like that.
For you, do you feel like it's an advantage? Because, again, familiarity. We see Community, we see Cascade, all throughout the years, and they've got a pretty good idea of what you're going to do. Do you enjoy that aspect of going somewhere that you're like, hey, they've never seen us before? We may do some things, they may see us on film, but it's hard to adjust in 1 week to a team you haven't seen before.
Right, that you've never actually stood across on the other sideline and watched. Yeah, I'm with you on that. And so, Yeah, I mean, both sides can look at it that way, so I don't think either side really has an advantage. You know, I think it's just a new experience for each side, and and that's cool for the kids, I think, on both sides too, to get to play against guys that they don't normally get to. You know, when you're playing Cascade Community, well, our guys have grown up playing them their whole life from the time they're this big, and so. Which that's how you develop rivalries, but at the same time, I think it's neat to play somebody and play somewhere you've never been.
You know, you got so much on the line these last two games, but I want to stop for just a minute and think about the things that you've accomplished up until this point. I mean, looking back at the stats, you've got Quincy Mitchell over 2,000 yards of total offense, 25 total touchdowns. I mean, what a season he's had, but Michael Morgan now has gone over 1,000 yards of total offense with the last game. So, you know, just to have two individuals top 1,000 yards of total offense is pretty good for you.
Yeah, I think that's a huge deal, especially when, was told by people before the season started about how bad the offensive line was going to be, and they're going to be god-awful and this and that. And then so, they played with a chip on their shoulder, and rightfully so. And I'm just proud of those guys, because we're talking about Quincy and Micah doing special things, but it's all because those guys up front, and they've just had a tremendous year. And I'm just so thankful for those guys of the work they put in and the determination that they've showed all through the season. And hopefully that continues, because if they continue to play well, then we'll keep talking about the stats of those other guys.
Yeah, and talk about that. I mean, as you said, anytime you lose the number of bodies that you lost across the front line last year, there's going to be some concern. When was the point that you really knew, okay, we're going to be fine? This group's got a chance to be even better maybe than I thought they could be?
That's a good question. I really felt pretty good after the Moore County scrimmage. I know they had some different players than what they had last year, but that was a pretty good indication that I think our offensive line was going to be improved. And they've shown it, throughout the year. But yeah, I never felt bad about them. I don't think Coach Loyal, our offensive line coach, ever felt bad about them. That, we're not going to be able to block anybody, and we're not going to score any points or be able to gain yards or anything like that. And so that was all outside noise. I think in this building, everybody felt pretty good about that group.
Giles County, as we talk about it a little bit more, they present such a challenge, because always they've got great speed. They've usually got some pretty big guys that are athletic and physical on both sides of the football. They're a pretty complete group. Now, this season, of course, they've had some injuries, and luckily, of course, I say that tongue-in-cheek for us, they're getting healthy late in the season as well, and playing their best football.
Yeah, they look good on film, and they look much different right now than they did when they, maybe lost some games they shouldn't have, I guess you could say. And, they have one of the best players I've seen on film all year, definitely the best linebacker in number 15. And he plays running back for him, and he's also their kicker. He's kind of their Mr. Everything over there. And, oh, man, he's a really good player, and he wasn't playing in some of those games early in the year. And since they've gotten him back, he's made a huge difference. But you can tell that they've got a lot of guys back, and they've gotten healthy. And, that's part of how football goes. Griffin Stott was a very similar situation where we didn't have it. Usually you lose guys during the season, you never get them back. It's rare to not have some guys early on and then get them back, and it kind of energizes you when they do come back. And so you can see that, on their film, and I feel like Griffin did that for us when he came back, because he's such a vocal leader for our team.
For you, I know the kids always get excited. When you got a marquee name on your schedule, you tend to put a little emphasis on that and get a little excited. For you as a coach, how excited do you get going against a guy who's got, state championships and a long list of resume of success?
No, Coach O'Connor's a good coach. I mean, I think everybody respects him and what he's done as a coach at Giles County. And, he's got a state championship there and has coached a lot of good players and won a bunch of games. And so I don't ever look at it as coach against coach. I know a lot of people do that, and I'm always one that I'm not a fan of coaches not getting along with each other either. I think we should all get along, because in the end, we're all just trying to do the same thing, which is help these young men grow, and be good football players, be good students, good people, all that stuff. And I don't ever like the, it's me against you, because in the end, we're coaching kids in a game. And so I look at it more. It's Forrest against Giles County, and which team, whichever team's the best team that night's the one that's going to win.
Now, you gave the diplomatic answer that I would expect from you. I kind of think everybody's got a little bit of a competitive streak, that that guy's been at the top of his game. That how I want to match up against that guy, and players have got to play. But I would think for you, it would have to be like a little bit more of a maybe a challenge to see just how we match up scheme wise against them. And
I'm just,
or is it really just?
Well, I'm just one of the. I'm a competitor.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to win at everything that I do. But I'm a team. I'm obsessed with team. I mean, the team things are like I guess what gets me going. And I have probably a weird obsession with the team concept, and I just always look at things like, I won't watch the World Series probably because I don't care. I'm a Braves fan, and so I don't care about the teams that are in the World Series.
I'm a Reds fan, so I've never watched the World Series if that was the case. So yeah,
but I will watch the probably the final game or whatever, and just to watch the celebration, because I love to watch teams celebrate together. I'll something I bring up all the time, and I talk to our guys about this. I'm watching Alabama against Clemson in the 2018 national championship, and of course Alabama got beat that night. But the thing I remembered the most was I had two TVs in the room, and one of them was the main broadcast, and then on the other TV was an all 22 view, so it was real high up. Never went to commercial. You can watch everything that's going on. And the thing I took away that night, so Clemson had a good defensive lineman, Wilkins, I think, that plays for Miami or whatever. I don't even know where he is. I don't keep up with it, but he's like their superstar or whatever. And, they kick off, and the kicker kicks it into the end zone. When the kicker runs off the field, him and this defensive lineman have a handshake before the D lineman goes out there to the field. And I just, that bond, that they have no reason to really interact with each other. They probably never see each other at practice. But I obsess over things like that, because I think that's what makes a good team. I think that's what makes teams special, is team chemistry and things like that. And so all the individual stuff, like it just, I don't know. It just doesn't matter to me. I just don't think about it much, because everything we do to me is just team, and it's always about team.
That's a cool thing. I mean, it is, because, as you say, I enjoy that, especially when you get an underdog that beats a ranked team or something. Like I'm seeing Vanderbilt now, and how they get to celebrate, not having been in that spot before, and it's cool to watch just how that team concept comes together. So that's and that's something for us to talk about as far as those matchups, because you like to kind of analyze everything as you go. But that is pretty cool, Coach. I know taking up more of your time probably than it should have, but we appreciate it as always.
All right, thanks, Troy. Go Rockets.
Thank you.
Accounting doesn't have to be complicated. At Morehead Cheek PLLC, we offer expert tax preparation and planning, plus reliable accounting services for individuals and businesses. Whether it's April or any other month of the year, we're here to keep your finances in order. Find us at 303 North Horton Parkway in Chapel Hill, or call 931-246-4425, or visit moreheadcheek.com. Morehead Cheek PLLC, your partner in taxes and accounting, every step of the way.
In Chapel Hill, healing starts at home with P4 Physical Therapy. Located at 5228 Nashville Highway, P4 is proudly owned and operated by former Rocket Logan Hollingsworth, who is dedicated to serving his hometown with the latest in physical therapy care. From sports injuries to post-surgery rehab, P4 offers personalized treatment that gets you back to what you love. Call 931-922-2140 or visit p4physicaltherapy.com.
And we've got our sponsor spotlight segment, and we have, of course, Miss Mallory Almy, as she is the most well-known, I think, deli employee here at Brooks. And Mallory, of course, I know you have quite a few things in the deli, but just in case some folks are tuning in and don't know exactly what you have, go ahead and tell us a little bit about the deli.
Yeah, okay, so we offer a hot bar. We have a meat usually every day, 7 days a week. We have our famous fried chicken. We have a ton of people come in for our fried chicken. We have all types of sides. Our hot bar changes every day, so we'll have different things to offer. We have a soup bar. We have soup, and it sells really well during the cold season, so we offer 2 different sizes of soup. We have a sushi that makes sushi 7 days a week. He comes in every day and makes fresh sushi. We have our famous Chex Mix, and we have a homemade recipe for mostly everything that we have in our cold case over there. So we have a famous chicken salad. We have 4 different chicken salads. We make pimento cheese. We have all types of pastas. We make tortilla chips. We do fresh popcorn. We have fresh goods, as in cookies. We bake cookies all the time. We have party platters that you can go on our Facebook page and order party platters. We do really well on those. We have homemade pies that we make. We make a chess pie, fudge pie, pecan pie. We have really good cake decorators. You just come in, place an order, you can call, whatever you want to do. We can usually do pretty much anything you want as far as a cake, and our cakes are very good. But other than that, I mean, what
do you not do? I think you covered everything.
I'm telling you, I know. We do a lot. We do special orders for people during the Thanksgiving season. We have a ton of people get a ton of sides. We have a casserole case that has over 20 different made casseroles, and like I said, we have a recipe behind mostly everything back there. And so if we do it, it has a made right here sticker on it. So that's our big thing, is having a made right here sticker on it.
So everybody remember, Thanksgiving coming up.
Thanksgiving's coming up.
Come see who.
Yep, come to Brooks's. We'll get you taken care of.
Miss Mallory, thank you so much.
You're very welcome, Troy. Thanks for coming in.
In Chapel Hill, Tennessee, we're moving forward with strong tradition. Our town is growing, but we're holding tight to the country charm that makes us proud to call it home. From a world-class tractor pull, the Lion Super Pull of the South, to peaceful family days at Henry Horton State Park, to a friendly wave and greeting as you shop with our local merchants. We're building for the future while celebrating who we are. The town of Chapel Hill wishes all Forrest High School athletes the best of luck this year. And as always, go Rockets!
Forrest Sports on TC Sports 1 is brought to you by the real Dr. J, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan at Advanced Eye Care Clinic, by Elite Electrical, John Dippold and his fine team, by Farm Bureau Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, and Health, by Apex Bank, a top performer by the ICBA, by Brooks Grocery, where you'll find your next favorite food, by Quince Air Care, your certified Rheem dealer, by Moorhead Cheek PLLC, Matt Moorhead and John Cheek, by First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, by Highway 99 Storage, now renting new units, by J&J Automotive, your one-stop automotive shop, by Lewisburg Animal Hospital, your other family doctor, by Mack Equipment, parts, sales, service, and rental, by the town of Chapel Hill, moving forward with strong tradition, by the Ric Flair of Lawn Care, take Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control, by P4 Physical Therapy, Logan Hollingsworth, and by Equip Go Rentals, your home for equipment rental. And welcome in to Sam Davis Park here in Pulaski, Tennessee, as we get set for a key region matchup here tonight, pitting the 6-2, 2-1 Rockets of Forrest High School taking on the 5-3, 2-1 Bobcats of Giles County. Troy Cashin, Noble Mays, Ricky Sweeney, Jace Schillig, and Peter Wilson. Gang is all here, and we are fired up and ready to bring you some football here tonight. This is a huge matchup, and of course, for Forrest, first time that they get to come as a 3A opponent here to Giles County. Noble, of course, we've got plenty of experience coming to this place. This is a beautiful facility here tonight. Beautiful press box, beautiful field. This is really a treat to be able to bring you a game from this vantage point here tonight. This is a great place to call a game.
It certainly is. Not only the facility, but when you think about the history of Giles County, because they've had some teams in the past that everybody in the state has been able to recognize as special teams to be able to beat in that particular season. So when you think about the history of Giles County football, the Bobcats, and you think about this historic building that we're sitting in now right after they won a state championship, you start to get real excited to be able to come to a Friday night football game.
Yeah, and you think about they've got, of course, the 2009 state championship, but them being in 3A, if this is a normal situation, they could have had some more hardware in the trophy case in Pulaski. They had, of course, to go through Alcoa. So, you know, in the Alcoa train, there's got to be somebody that takes the last bump, and usually that has been Giles County on the road to the state finals, where they meet up in the semifinals just about every year. So that has been a big sticking point for Giles County, but it has not stopped them from having some outstanding football teams here in Pulaski. This no exception. And Noble, the thing that you want to add here tonight is this team, instead of, as the season has worn on, getting the injury bug and becoming decimated by injury, they are actually at this point getting healthier in the season. So, you know, if you were listening a little bit earlier, Coach Palmer talked about in our interview, this team, not the same group that Watertown beat early in the season. And one large part of that is they've got number 15 Pearson Collier back, and he is going to be a name that you're going to hear on both sides of the football tonight. He is that guy that is the front and centerpiece of this Giles County offense and defense.
And Troy, also in listening to you, and I know Coach Palmer and you had the pregame conversation, but in preparation for this Bobcats team that is getting healthy at the right time, and you hear those slogans said quite often in sports. You want to be gelling at the right time, but more important than gelling is you want your athletes to be available, because at the end of the day, availability is what you're going to need to be successful. So what I wanted folks to be able to pay attention to from listening to you and Coach Palmer, the defensive coach, Coach Cullen Homalki. Okay, tonight's contest against the Bobcats, for the Rockets to be successful, the formula has to look different than what we've been seeing most of the season. If you tell me that the Bobcats have all these weapons, then what I want you to know on my cheat sheet here is we can expect the Bobcats to stretch the defense of the Rockets vertically. And not only expect them to stretch them vertically, they're going to get their skilled players involved early and often. So what that means is you're going to need those front four, front five up front. They're going to have a special night for Coach Homalki's team.
Yeah, and Noble, of course, if I say the word Giles County, if I gave you one word summation, what's the first thing that's going to come to your mind football-wise?
I'm thinking of the QB, first of all, to be honest with you, because they got a lineage in the past of prolific passing attacks, and it didn't. I don't know Troy, and I don't want to slight anybody who's been a quarterback at Giles County, because sometimes you can have a debate, and it depends on which side of the debate you want to be on. Sometimes you can get athletes, and they can take a coach and they can lift the coach up because the athlete's so superior. But then there are times where you just have a coach, and the system that he has, he just need to be able to plug somebody in. So what Giles County has been fortunate over the years, whether you want to call it the system or you want to call it the athletes, they've been able to find a QB, and those QBs have put up numbers.
Yeah, you know, when we first started doing this, I think it was Knox Vanderpool pulling the trigger for Giles County back then. You, of course, had Bo Wallace. You had Cobb. You've had my son-in-law, John Backus, who had a really good career here and went on to play at Martin. And the lineage now carried on through Xavier Randolph. Randolph's a junior, has thrown 12 touchdown passes this season. You're going to look for Damari Allen. He's going to be his favorite target. Allen, 6 touchdown receptions on the year. He also is a dual threat. Will run the football and catch the football. Noble, we've been here enough in the past. You think of athletes all over the field at every position for Giles County. That's what you're going to see tonight. They have guys that can go sideline to sideline. They are big, they are fast, and they are strong, and they will get after you. So, as you said, Forrest is going to come in here tonight. They're going to need to score, but defensively, they're going to have a couple of stops tonight. They're going to need to, I feel like, have at least probably 3 stops tonight to be able to win this football game. Now, on the other side of that ledger, hey, you got 13 sitting on your side. Quincy Mitchell, he is a game changer, not only for his team, but the opposing team in how they have to defend him. The benefit of that is there are some other guys that have had some really outstanding seasons to support him. Micah Morgan went over 1,000 yards of total offense this season. Morgan has had really a underrated and maybe under the radar season throwing the football, Noble. He comes in 52 of 83, an even 700 yards, completing 63% of his passes for 7 touchdowns and only 3 interceptions. He's also got over 300 yards on the ground, 68 carries, 309 yards, averaging right at 4.5 yards a carry, and another 9 touchdowns. You, as you've talked about, you've got to have somebody behind Quincy Mitchell, and tonight may be what will be a crowning moment for Quincy. He comes in tonight, 164 attempts on the season, 1,926 yards. He's averaging just a shade under 12 yards per carry. 23 touchdowns on the ground, another 2 receiving. He is a Mr. Football nominee. He will break the single-season rushing record and will be the first Forrest back here tonight if he can pick up 74 yards, and usually he's done that by the end of the first quarter, to ever eclipse the 2,000-yard mark. So all that being said, Noble, he's only a sophomore.
And Troy, what you said there is 2 things I want to take away from that. Let's start where you started in the beginning. Michael Morgan. When I said that the Rockets have to win differently today, I started with emphasis on the defense, because what has to happen is if you come into a contest like this where the Bobcats have so many skilled weapons on offense, then you have to know that they're going to be a deep threat downfield. If that's the case, you only have 2 ways you play that on defense. Either you secure the back end, can't let anybody behind you. You will find yourself occasionally in one-on-one coverage, and you're going to have to win most of those, and it's hard for somebody to win most of those one-on-one against skilled players on offense. And I said the offensive line the defensive line got to put pressure on the quarterback. On the other side of that, that's when you get to what you just described. For the Rockets to win this contest, it has to be that traditional complementary football. So what you just described, yes, I'm going to get to Quincy Mitchell as you alluded to. But before we get to Quincy, I want to start where you was at with Michael Morgan. In order to win this game and win it differently, this may be the time where Coach Palmer decides that I'm going to lean more so on Michael Morgan, because you also know that the Bobcats probably plan on shutting down Quincy. So here's where you got to open up the playbook for Michael Morgan.
Everybody else has had that plan, but nobody has succeeded as of yet. But tonight, you got to say, we've seen enough Giles County teams in the past that this is a really stiff test. And I tell you, if Quincy comes out here and does his thing against this group, hey, that is an extra cherry on top.
And it is. And I tell you what, not only is it an extra cherry on top, T-Roy, because what's so special about Quincy, and you took me there, you set it up beautifully. You set the table. Let's go ahead and eat on it. Quincy Mitchell will have a historic night tonight. You already set it up. We've already let the folks at home know that Quincy Mitchell has never played a high school contest in football and not gotten over 100 yards. So what you just told us is all he has to do is stay true to form. If he gets his what we have now just considered to be a check mark. If he gets his 100 yards, then he goes in the history book as the first running back for Forrest High School to have over 2,000 yards rushing. And here's the thing. Not only does that put him in the history books, but it changes the whole dynamics of everything else. So it also leads me into what I've been trying to tell you that's so special about Quincy. It's real difficult to put up 2,000 yards in a season, T-Roy, when everybody who's watching film on you is thinking we want to make that team one-dimensional. And as you alluded to, they've had a difficult time doing that. So here's the one thing that you and I have not spoken much about that I want folks to pay attention to that Quincy Mitchell does probably so well that we take it for granted. You alluded to it, I think, about 4 or 5 games back, but we didn't spend much time on it. Each time you see Quincy Mitchell hit the hole right off center, right off guard, he makes a slight lateral move, either left or right, but he does not get too far to where he goes east and west. And when he's making those lateral motions, at every lateral motion that he makes, he finds himself not only accelerating, but he finds himself going north and south. And I don't want folks at home to miss what makes that so special about a running back, because we've always seen running backs with a great deal of speed, and that speed sometimes mentally gets in their head, and they say, I'm going to outrun everybody to the sideline and be able to beat them. Quincy Mitchell does not appear to be somebody who just wants to lean on his speed and get to the sideline. That young man is always moving north and south, and that's what makes him special.
Yeah, and the other thing, let's not forget, and Coach did a really nice job of talking about that in our interview. Offensive line has done a really good job this year, and you don't have to be you don't have to be perfect. You just got to get enough of somebody. But they have been excellent in opening holes for him. You've seen some really big holes that we kind of felt like maybe I could run through a couple of those. I'm just saying, maybe 10 years ago. But they've done a really nice job up front, and maybe in all of the accolades, maybe they've got lost a little bit in that shuffle. Want to make sure that everybody understands, hey, they've done a nice job of being able to get those holes open for Quincy and company to do their thing.
And Troy, if you will, I don't want to mess up the broadcast, but I want to ask a huge favor from you a little later on. Sometimes what we do is we highlight whomever is going to be starting the lineup right when the kickoff is. At some point in time, let's not lose sight. We may have to show them a little earlier so that we can see them. But here's the thing. What you just said is sometimes we forget the linemen. I want those young men to hear this. It's actually a compliment when folks are not talking about the linemen.
Yes.
Now, I know a lot of folks at home may say, hold on now, we got to understand that nothing works on defense nor offense without the linemen. But here's the thing. If you're not talking about the linemen, then your team is having success. And you're not talking about Quincy Mitchell having 2,000 plus yards if the linemen are not doing their job. So what those young men understand is the job they have is a thankless job. They're not going to be thanked for that. So what ends up happening is it becomes the coach's responsibility and Quincy Mitchell's responsibility to go up and let them know that all of this is possible because of you all. So what I want the folks at home to be able to understand is those young men understand that they're not going to be recognized very often. So that's the reason why at some point in time, maybe we just need to highlight them a little more and not just brush by them.
Noble, with that being said, let's take a break. We'll be back as we inch closer to kickoff here on TC Sports 1.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. see Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive.
Should put you in the category.
And welcome back as we inch closer to kickoff here in Pulaski Noble. It has that fall nip in the air tonight. It is great football weather here this evening. Clear and cool here in Pulaski. Temperatures will dip into the 50s as we progress here tonight. And this is an outstanding setting for what should be a great football game here tonight. I'm really looking forward to this one. And if the Rockets there, Noble, we could go through, and I think next week we'll have a little clearer picture. But there are umpteen playoff scenarios right now that we can talk about. If you're the Rockets, you win out, the trajectory is clear. You are the second place finisher and host a first round playoff game. Now, if you lose tonight, you're still not out of the woods of hosting a playoff game. If you lose to Giles, if you beat Watertown next week and Giles loses to Sequatchie, then you still finish second. There are a lot of things that we can talk about, but right now we are going to have the playing of our national anthem from the Giles County Band.
In the heart of Chapel Hill, there's a small-town grocery with a big selection, Brooks Grocery. From crisp produce to shelves full of your favorite brands, Brooks has it all. The deli offers a hot bar daily and even sushi. At Brooks, the employees aren't just staff, they're your friends and neighbors. With new items arriving all the time, you might just find your next favorite food at Brooks. Don't be chicken to try something new at Brooks Grocery. Big selection and hometown heart. They call him the real Dr. J. No, not the basketball legend, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan. He may not dunk, but he does bring slam dunk vision care to Lewisburg. And his team, nearly 100 years of combined experience. We're still trying to figure out how they all started in middle school. But jokes aside, Advanced Eye Care Clinic takes your vision seriously. From cutting-edge technology to a warm, beautiful office at 815 East Commerce Street, you're in great hands. Call 931-359-4373 today. Your eyes will thank you.
At Elite Electrical, our team of licensed professionals brings precision and care to every project. From residential upgrades, light commercial installation, rewiring homes, or installing energy-efficient lighting in businesses, our expertise shines through in everything we do. Elite Electrical now offers HVAC services for both residential and light commercial projects as well. You can trust Elite Electrical to power your world with safety and excellence.
Chapel Hill is growing, and so is First Commerce Bank. With new locations opening, we're making it easier to serve you wherever life takes you. New technologies have provided many new windows to help make your banking experience easier, but our commitment to personal service hasn't changed. We're right here with you, supporting what matters most. Other communities are now finding out what Marshall Countyans have known for over 20 years. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
And welcome back as we are getting set for the meeting of our captains here tonight for Giles County. It is going to be number 1, Cooper White. He will be joined by number 12, Xavier Randolph, number 3, Jacarius Reese, and
15.
That's 15. That is Pearson Collier. We talked about him a little earlier, of course, and let's see on the other side, Noble, if we can see who our captains are for tonight. Looks like going to be Mitchell Todd. Will be one of them. Let's see. I believe Chris Rohrball. Let's see if that's 24.
That is 24. And we have Jackson Kramer, number 50. And on the left, I may be wrong. I think that's senior number 84.
Damian Haynes.
Number 84, senior Damian Haynes.
Rockets decked out in the white unis tonight. White football pants, white jerseys with the blue numerals, and white football helmets. Giles County in the gold football pants tonight with the gray jerseys, gold numerals, and the black football helmets. Trademark here of the Bobcats as we are getting set for a big one here tonight, Noble. This is the one where I think if you're the Rockets, this is the step up in class that you're going to see in that 3A. Of course, Giles County's played 4A a lot of times, so this is going to be a really good test tonight for the Rockets.
It is a litmus test, T-Roy, and there's a lot of times in sports where you have your eye test, but eventually you want to be on the field with the best and those who have elite athletes to be able to say you amongst the best.
And they are going over the instructions now as they get set to toss the coin here. As we said, clear and cool here tonight. And the coin toss. And we still got no official indication here yet. No, they're waiting around.
No, they actually game officiating out there, T-Roy, without the principals and everybody. They making sure that the players understand sportsmanship of the game, but as well as how this game will be conducted. So they're keeping every order out there, T-Roy.
Okay, now it is going to be Giles County winning the toss. They have deferred, so the Rockets are going to get it first here tonight, Noble, and you know, having your offense on the field, not a bad thing for the Rockets.
No, sir. In my notes, you certainly want to avoid playing from behind. If you know you have an elite offense on the opposing sideline, you want to try to jump on them early, T-Roy.
And let's try to squeeze another break in here as we approach your kickoff here from Giles County. Kickoff coming your way next.
At Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, we've called this state home for generations, which means we've been helping folks protect what matters most for over 75 years. Whether it's your car, your home, or the life you're securing, we're here with coverage that fits Tennessee. Bundle your coverage with us. If you're looking for one place to cover your insurance needs, no one is better suited to cover Tennessee than a Tennessean. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
See your local agents, Scott Bond or Troy Cashin. Looking to tackle your next big project? At Equip Go Rentals, we've got the tools and the equipment you need. From skid steers, mini excavators, trenchers, and stump grinders to everything in between, we provide reliable, high-quality rentals to help you get the job done right. Whether it's construction, landscaping, or a home project, count on Equip Go for affordable rates, dependable service, and the right tools every time. Stop by our 401 North Horton Parkway location in Chapel Hill or give us a call at 931-364-RENT.
Wow.
My name is Mitchell Todd, and I'm a senior. I'm the left tackle and the leader of House Seal.
My name is Lachlan Morris. I'm a sophomore, and I am left guard, and I am a house loyalty.
My name is Dylan Hall. I play center. I'm a junior, and I'm in a house loyalty.
My name is Wyatt Holmes. I'm right guard, a senior, and house brotherhood.
My name is Jackson Kramer. I'm a right tackle, senior, and I'm part of House Zeal.
My name is Isaac Cruz. I'm wide receiver, and I'm a House Swagger. My name is Jacob Tincher. I'm a junior, and I'm a leader at House Zeal.
My name is Braden Bourne. I'm a sophomore. I'm a receiver and inside linebacker, and I'm a leader of House Brotherhood.
My name is Sean David II. I'm safety, wide receiver, junior, part of House Loyalty.
My name is Michael Morgan. I play quarterback. I'm a sophomore, and I'm in House Swagger.
My name is Quincy Mitchell. I'm a sophomore, running back, and DB, and I'm House Loyalty.
My name is Isaiah Garcia, junior kicker, House Brotherhood.
And it will be Collier getting set to kick it off, as you just got to see the Forrest offensive starters who will be on the field here in just a few moments. Of course, Quincy Mitchell in a triumvirate back there. He is in the middle of that triumvirate back at the 10. I will bet that they will stay away from him early.
How ironic. Mr. Sweeney brought it to my attention. You talking about Quincy back there, a deep threat, returning the kick. How about the man you were talking about? Mr. Sweeney talked about it. Pearson Collier, 5'5", 170-pound senior. He's the kickoff man and the man T. Roy said to watch out for.
He will put it in the air. Deep kick, backing up, taking it at about the 11-yard line. Center of the field, looking for room. Tincher trying to get all the way to the right sideline, and he will. He will just about turn the corner, and he is taken down. That was a saving tackle there, Noble. Had Tincher been able to get the corner turned completely, he could have been a long way down the field.
He could have been. Jacarius Reese, number 3, T-Roy. He was one of the seniors, and you all know how I feel about Tincher and his speed. And if he was able to turn that corner, there's a sideline he was going to be able to get down.
A lot of guys, you tell them don't do that. Tincher is not one of them.
And we talked about that pregame. Sometimes when you have elite speed, you rely on it too much, T-Roy.
Micah Morgan will work out of that pistol set. Quincy Mitchell directly behind him. 2 receivers to the left side of the field. Giles County creeping up as they will turn and give Mitchell. Mitchell off the left side. He will pick up 3, maybe 4 yards on first down. But, Noble, I'm going to say this. That was more or less your pedestrian play, but you want to see that offensive line be able to push. That time they got a good push on first down.
And not only a good push, there's proof of that, T-Roy. They picked up about 4 yards on first down when they had 7 in the box, T-Roy. So in whenever you can get 4 yards with 7 in the box, you're doing a fine job on the offensive line.
3 receivers to the right side in this set, 1 receiver to the left as Morgan from the gun will turn, and this time fake the give. He will come up the middle. Tough sledding from Morgan as Noble. There were a lot of guys around him, but he did a good job to shed a couple of tackles and maybe pick up a couple there, and that could have been a loss on the play, but it ends up gaining a couple, makes it now 3rd down and 4.
And this down here, T-Roy, it's going to be huge. I'm going to try my best to keep stats of the Rockets and the Bobcats' 3rd down conversions, but this ball will have to go in the air eventually.
From the Rocket 27 now, 3rd down and 4. Can they keep this opening drive alive? 2 receivers to each side of the field. Mitchell directly behind Morgan, who works from the gun. Turn, give. Quincy slithering his way forward, but he got met at the line of scrimmage. He keeps pushing his way forward. He's going to be really close by the time it's all said and done, Noble. It looked like he was going to be bottled up maybe behind the line of scrimmage, but he was able to fight with its strength and push forward. He gets very close to the first down, but still will be about a yard shy.
The side judge came in. He put him down at the 29-yard line, looks like, and what he needed to actually get to, T-Roy, looked like he needs to get to the 33 or something like that.
They're going to come out and show as if they're going for it here. 4th down and 2. Could it be an early roll of the dice, or are they just going to try to get Giles County in an energetic mood here and get them off here early? They go. Give Mitchell. Right side, Quincy burrowing his way forward, and I think he got it, Noble. With second effort, I believe he reached the yard marker.
He certainly did get that. We're going to take a chance to look at it one more time, T-Roy, as we see him go right off that right tackle. I want you to keep a real eye on it. What Coach said was we're going to call our bread and butter, and we're going to stick with the running game. They are showing you their identity early in this contest. 4 straight runs, T-Roy.
Coach Justin Palmer has taken a trip to the casinos. He rolls a 7 there as they come up big, keep this opening drive going. 1st and 10 from their own 31. Back to the ground. Mitchell trying to get outside, and that was good penetration by Giles County that time, getting into the backfield, and that's what they do well, Noble. They are long, lean on those corners, and they can really come up in support as they did there.
Same young man, Jacarius Reese, number 3 that time, T-Roy, and we seen him earlier make that saving tackle on the kick return from Jacob Tincher, and that young man there has a great deal of speed, Reese. It's going to be hard to get outside of him. What we have seen, maybe the play for the Coach Palmer and them is to keep the ball inside the tackles. You don't want to go on the edges with this speedy defense.
Loss of a couple. 2nd down and 12. Fake the give. Morgan off the right side. He may have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage, but that is all, as it will be now 3rd down and long. 3rd and 10 for the Rockets here. And maybe you see Isaac Cruz. Cruz, the leading receiver on this team, 22 catches, 348 yards, averaging just a shade under 16 yards a catch and 3 scores. Do you get him involved here early on 3rd and long?
I think you almost forced to, T-Roy. You put yourself in a situation where it's a must-pass situation, but as every time I say that, I've proven wrong.
Mitchell this time to Morgan's left as he looks to throw. Sets and fires. Pass is caught on the slant. There is that man. Isaac Cruz hauls it in, and he picks up the 1st down. Nicely thrown football, but you see the route running ability, Noble, of Cruz.
Not only do you see it, but watch him go set up in that zone, T-Roy. He found a little soft spot right behind the back of that, T-Roy, and he showed that forward to him. Accurate throw by Michael Morgan. And the beautiful thing about Cruz that time, not only the route running you speak of, but he utilized his hands. He did not allow that ball to get into his body. He utilized his hands. That's how you catch the football.
They've converted on 4th down, now converting on 3rd and long, keeping this drive moving. It is at the Rocket 44. Give Mitchell off that right side again, and he runs into a lot of gray jerseys, but he pushes his way forward across the 45 out to about the 46, maybe 47-yard line, as he will get 3 on 1st down.
And what he got that time, those are those tough, dirty yards he picked up that time. And when you get through looking at his stat sheet later on, when Mr. Sweeney tell you that he did past that mark that he needed to get to 2,000, when he gets that 100-yard game that we traditionally think he's going to get, he's going to need a lot of carries tonight, T-Roy, to get that, because this defense here is letting you know you're going to have to put the ball in there to have success on us tonight.
2nd down and 7. They've got man-on-man coverage over here on this left side here as Morgan fakes the give. Now he tries to get outside, cuts it back inside, and he runs into a host of gray jerseys. Pushed back as he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about all. Another 3rd down and long upcoming, Noble. It'll be 3rd down and 7. The Rockets have eaten up almost half of this first quarter thus far as they have converted on 4th and 3rd down. They got another 3rd and long here, 3rd and 7.
And the Bobcats are playing for the run, T-Roy, so they're basically telling the Rockets, we understand what your bread and butter is, but we're going to try our best to not allow you to push your wheel around down here.
Noble, I think you're going to see a shot or a couple of shots here tonight. They are getting man-on-man coverage. Cruz is good enough a route runner. You're probably going to see him get open. Stepping back, Morgan fires again. This one incomplete as he was looking for Cruz. That was 23, I believe, Colt Ogle, the defensive back, sophomore, who was there in coverage for the Bobcats, as it will force now a 4th down.
And pressure put on the quarterback that time. I seen number 72 back there, Devin Wilburn. And I seen another player coming off the edge, but not able to get off, not able to keep the drive alive on that particular 3rd down, T-Roy.
Jacarius Reese awaiting the Tincher punt. No rush. Tincher gets it out of there. End over ender will hit and kick up, be downed at about the 21-yard line, where the Bobcats will take over for the first time tonight. 5:44 left here in the opening quarter. No score here from Pulaski as that Giles County offense comes on the field.
And, yes, before we actually look at the Giles County offense, T-Roy, what I want to be able to focus on is in that particular drive for the Rockets, whenever they passed, you and I seen it as predictable. And what they're going to have to do next time they get the ball is be a little more unpredictable.
Yeah, that time they got in some third and long situations that they didn't necessarily want to be in against a good defense like Giles County.
And let's not lose sight. You want to give Giles County credit for not allowing the Rockets to do what the Rockets do best.
It'll be Collier stationed to Randolph's right here as the Bobcats get set to open up. Two receivers, far side left, one short side right. Pitch, Collier coming left. Got a little bit of room inside now, outside, as he will skirt out of bounds, and he'll be very close to, if not pick up, a first down. They will move the sticks, gain of 10 there, and you can see his quickness. He is almost, I would say, carbon copy of Quincy Mitchell, being able to get outside with that quickness and speed.
Schematics, T-Roy. You want to give a win that time to the Bobcats coaching staff. They got the ball to their speedster back and had leverage because he was already past the edge.
First down, they go back to the ground again, inside, and now getting hit down hard as the Rockets, good support there, as Collier able to wiggle free initially, but support came in the form of Blaze Bourne, 71, as he came up and was able to fill that gap.
Watch number 79, Gabe Franklin, get there initially, T-Roy, and then he's going to get some assistance from number 20, Nick Russell. I want you to see Gabe Franklin not only beating his blocker, but bringing down the running back. And I tell you what, again, if the Rockets are going to have success on defense, it's going to be that front five up front, applying pressure all night in that backfield.
Gain of 1, second down and 9 here. Giles County with a little motion here as they'll go wing right out of the gun. Faking now, back to throw. Down the field it goes. Man back there, pass is incomplete. That was a well-executed fake, Noble. They had the receiver running free in the middle of the field, but he just dropped it.
And we talked about it, T-Roy. It's real clear. It is real clear. If you tell me that Giles County Bobcats not only have all their players back, and you tell me that they are deep threats to go vertical down the field, then I'm telling you that they plan on going down the field very often, and they will put a lot of pressure on the backside of this defense. So what does that mean? That means either the backside has to shore up and win the man coverage, and those front five on the front got to get pressure and push that pocket back.
Randolph, very impressive. He threw that football very well down the middle. He'll be back to throw again. Got a little time, scrambles around. Now looking. He'll dump it down the sideline, pass caught, and out of bounds for the first down as he finds his man Collier. Noble, that was an excellent job by Randolph. He bought himself time, but what he was waiting on, he wanted the defender to commit. When he committed, Collier slipped out, got it down the sideline. Excellent job by Giles County there on the third down conversion.
Xavier Randolph, number 12, went through all his progressions that time. I seen 3 wide receivers en route. He looked them all off, and he went to his safety valve, and none better than Collier to be a safety valve.
Collier goes inside now, outside, eludes the first would-be tackler, but then he gets snowed under in an avalanche of white jerseys. Nicely done again by the Rockets. And Noble, even on that third down conversion, the Rockets initially did their jobs well. It was just Randolph being able to buy enough time to get free.
Look at there, T-Roy. 51, Brady Pardee, and he got some assistance. I think that was Nick Russell in there again, but Brady Pardee right in there, and that's exactly what you want to do. You want to try to bottle up someone like Collier because you already know they're going to find some way for Collier to touch the ball 25 times today, if not 30.
Loss of 3 on the play. Second down and 13. Empty backfield, back to throw. Zips it across the middle. Man there, incomplete. That time Randolph probably could have realized he could have taken something off of that one. He shot that one on a rope right down the middle, had the man in the seam, but just overshot him. That was Drew McLemore.
T-Roy, he's wide open. Not only did he have time in the pocket, all he needed to do was soften that up. And I want to say it again. This Giles County offense is going to put pressure on this secondary. And what has to happen is the secondary is going to have to buy into the idea that I'm going to be man-to-man, and I got to stay with my man tonight.
Yeah, that's where you're hoping that front line can get a little bit of pressure and make him get rid of it. They get a little pressure here, force him out of the pocket, but no contain. He'll go down the sideline. First down and more, all the way down the sideline, and he will finally step out of bounds deep in Rocket territory. Noble, that time, passing lanes, they let him break free of contain.
T-Roy, I appreciate and I can respect the fact that you've been a very fair play-by-play broadcaster. They brought pressure, but they left a little gap that time. Somebody should have been assigned with somebody like Xavier Randolph to say, hey, I'm going to keep an eye on him and spy on him. They tried to pressure the quarterback. They left a little gaping hole right there to the left side off the tackle, and rather than him look to miss another wide receiver, he utilized his legs and his speed.
Randolph all the way down to the Rocket 30. First down and 10 Bobcats. Under 3.5 minutes left here, opening quarter. Giles County's first offensive possession. They're on the move, and, well, momentarily as this one will be stopped by the official as timeout is taken by the Bobcats. We'll take timeout as well. No score here in Pulaski.
In Chapel Hill, healing starts at home with P4 Physical Therapy. Located at 5228 Nashville Highway, P4 is proudly owned and operated by former Rocket Logan Hollingsworth, who is dedicated to serving his hometown with the latest in physical therapy care. From sports injuries to post-surgery rehab, P4 offers personalized treatment that gets you back to what you love. Call 931-922-2140 or visit p4physicaltherapy.com.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
And welcome back. Giles County continuing their march down the field. They've converted on a couple of big third down plays, kept this drive alive. It has now reached the Rocket 30. First down and 10 as they'll swing it out of the backfield. Collier turns it up 25-20. It's a foot race down the sideline, and Collier will be pushed out of bounds by Braden Bourne, but not before he gets inside the Rocket 10, and that is like a little pocket firework, man. He got the football out of the backfield, and he turned on the Jets. Collier down the sideline, first down and goal for the Bobcats at the Rocket 8.
He had a nice little flare route out of the backfield that time. He looped it well enough to be able to let Randolph be able to see him, and Randolph dropped it off in there pretty light.
Here's the thing Randolph learned. He put some air, and that was a nice soft ball from Randolph. They go up the middle. Collier, the Red Sea parted, or should we say Gray Sea, and he goes into the end zone. Giles County on the board first. Collier from 7 away.
The previous two plays, you talked about Collier coming out of the backfield. Let's not lose sight. Collier was able to pick up those big yards. He had a wide receiver, number 11, downfield blocking for him, Drew McLemore, and he had a couple other key blockers. And that time right there, his front line did a fine job. The young man Collier is going to be very special tonight if we can't find some way to get him down before he gets past the line of scrimmage.
Bobcats break the ice here. 3 minutes even left here in the opening quarter. Point after try upcoming. Pearson Collier from 7 yards out gets the Bobcats on the board, and the point after try is good. So with 3 minutes left here, opening quarter, Giles County scores first, 7-0 Bobcats.
Accounting doesn't have to be complicated. At Morehead Cheek PLLC, we offer expert tax preparation and planning plus reliable accounting services for individuals and businesses. Whether it's April or any other month of the year, we're here to keep your finances in order. Find us at 303 North Horton Parkway in Chapel Hill, or call 931-246-4425 or visit moreheadcheek.com. Morehead Cheek PLLC, your partner in taxes and accounting, every step of the way.
Folks, if you're wondering why maybe not a little crowd noise tonight, we are actually in a booth here this evening. No windows to raise, just you film through the glass. I mean, it is outstanding facility here as Collier's going to put it in the air. Drifting back, taking it at the 8, 15, looking for running room 20, 25 to the 30, 35 to the 40, and Cruz finally chopped down as Collier was able to take him down, but Cruz with a great return gives the Rockets now good opening field position, and they needed that, Noble.
You know, I absolutely love it, T-Roy. Not only Cruz with his speed, but I want you to see how he returns this kick. He utilizes his speed to his advantage. He just looks for one little hole, and he hits the hole quickly, and he goes north and south, T-Roy. And we talked about it earlier. What you want to do is you want to have a slight little lateral movement, and you always want to be going north and south. Cruz, excellent job returning that kick.
Well blocked as he got that initial seam, and Cruz knew what to do with it. Two receivers here short side left as they're going to go up the middle with Morgan. Morgan across the 45 will reach out to about the 48. It'll be a pickup of 5 on first down now, 2nd and 5 for the Rockets, and that's what you got to do, Noble.
Zion Walker, number 30, T-Roy Jr. for the Bobcats. Watch Michael Morgan. He read his key, and he kept the ball. That is how you're going to have success. Not only will you maintain the drive and find your way down to the end zone, but you will keep that offense off the field. Michael Morgan will probably be very key during the rest of the stretch of this game, T-Roy.
Little pistol set here. Mitchell directly behind Morgan. Give Quincy a little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, but he is nowhere on that one. He was hit as he got the football, Noble. He had no place to go, and if you're going to defend Quincy Mitchell, that's the best way to do it. Get him before he gets started. But we do have a penalty marker on this one.
And as they get ready to assess this, you have to assume it's a version of 15 yards because with 3 people holding Quincy, you have to assume they got his face mask. Here's the thing, T-Roy. Let's be real clear, though. In case somebody is missing it, them 78 yards Quincy needs, 78, right?
74.
The Bobcats is making it real clear. We're not here
we're
not here to entertain that idea. Yeah. Now he may get his 74, but he's going to need a lot of carries to do it tonight. And the Bobcats is making that clear. The ball's going to have to go in the air, T-Roy. I'm going to get redundant, but let's say it to you again.
At the Giles County 39 now, first down after the penalty. Morgan to throw. Down the field he goes, and incomplete. As he was looking back there for Cruz. Or check that. That was Braden Bourne, the intended target. Little miscommunication that time. I think Bourne drifted more toward the inside. Morgan threw it outside. Falls incomplete, 2nd down. But you're going to have to, Noah, as you were saying, you're going to have to do something at this point maybe to loosen that Giles County defense up, because right now they are really trying to stop up the line of scrimmage.
Thank you for making me feel better, T-Roy. I have no issue with an incomplete pass. I just need the Bobcats on defense to know that we will pass.
This time, Mitchell to Morgan's right as he will get it on 2nd down. No, check that. Morgan again got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. Maybe eked out a yard. And again, Noble, 3rd down and long, a situation they do not want to be in. And here's the thing. You know, you may have to get to where you use a swing pass, something safe, just to try to use that almost as a form of a run. But right now, the Giles County defensive philosophy is we are not going to let 13 beat us.
You just simplified it. You used the pass to set up the run for later.
Receivers stacked on each side of the field here on 3rd down and 9. Morgan looks it over. 5 on the play clock. Give Mitchell. Quincy breaks free. Quincy stays on his feet, picks up the 1st down. That time, Noble, everybody thought they were going to throw it. They went to Mitchell that time, and he picks up the 1st down.
That's because every time they've been in 3rd and obvious passing situation, they pass. Look here, T-Roy. Now you can use your weapon. Coach went with the unpredictable that time, and I tell you what, not only are the sticks moving, but you give your offense confidence now,
yes.
T-Roy.
Under a minute left here, opening quarter. Rockets on the move. They're at the Giles County 26, 1st down and 10. Once again, receivers bunched on either side. Mitchell directly behind his quarterback, Morgan. Morgan again on the quarterback keeper. Gets outside now, cuts it back inside. And we've got a yellow penalty marker out there. A lot of folks in front of us yelling hold initially, and they're going to get their wish.
They are, T-Roy. And here's the thing, T-Roy. This play call after they assess this penalty is going to be huge, because here's the thing. You know at some point in time you have to pass. Now the question is, do we pass on 1st and long, or do we wait and pass on a 3rd down, obvious situation? But you got to put the ball in the air at some point in time, because they're thinking that the field shrinks down here. Everybody knows the field shrinks down here, but I think you still got to respect the fact that Giles County Bobcats have said, we're not going to allow you to run on us tonight.
Justin Palmer is a really innovative offensive mind. He is going to be tested here tonight with this Giles County defensive alignment. They've got the athletes to match up, so now you got to figure out a way to impose your will on this Giles County defense. Can you get the job done if you're the Rocket offense? After that penalty, it makes it tougher now, 1st and 16.
Sean David, number 7. Jacob Tincher, number 2. You've already said Braden Bourne, and we've already said Isaac Cruz. Let's put the ball in there.
Mitchell up the middle. Quincy cuts free. Gets outside. Quincy now stutter step to the sideline. It's a foot race. Mitchell to the 10, to the 5. Give him 6. Take him into the record book. He has just broken your single season Forrest rushing mark. Ricky, give it to me. How many? He now has 51 yards on the night, but that run put him over 1,948, and that makes him your single season Rocket rushing leader.
He'll be able to go down in the history book for Forrest High School as the single season rushing leader. But how about on that play-by-play man, Mr. T. Roy Cashin, calling a big play for Quincy Mitchell on that historic breaking run.
And it is going to be Isaiah Garcia on for the point after try. Snap good, set good, kick on the way, kick right down the middle, and we are deadlocked here at the end of the first quarter. 1 in the books here from Pulaski, your score, 7 apiece. Forrest Sports on TC Sports 1 is brought to you by The Real Dr. J, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan at Advanced Eye Care Clinic, by Elite Electrical, John Dippold and his fine team, by Farm Bureau Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, and Health, by Apex Bank, a top performer by the ICBA, by Brooks Grocery, where you'll find your next favorite food, by Quince Air Care, your certified Rheem dealer, by Moorhead Cheek PLLC, Matt Moorhead and John Cheek, by First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, by Highway 99 Storage, now renting new units, by J&J Automotive, your one-stop automotive shop, by Lewisburg Animal Hospital, your other family doctor, by Mack Equipment, parts, sales, service, and rental, by the town of Chapel Hill, moving forward with strong tradition, by the Ric Flair of Lawn Care, take Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control, by P4 Physical Therapy, Logan Hollingsworth, and by EquipGo Rentals, your home for equipment rental. And welcome back. A 32-yard touchdown run. How fitting to go into the record books with that electrifying play, which kind of sums up Quincy Mitchell. You can hope to contain him, but you can't stop him. Noble, they've done a good job of containing him thus far, but they didn't stop him as Quincy does his thing. Takes it in from 32, marches into the end zone, into the record books, and ties this game at 7.
And that's the most respectful thing you can ever want to hear for when they talk about one of the greats, T. Roy. You hope to try your best to contain him, but you don't expect to stop him. So you know that anybody would tell you the best are going to have their day. You just want to try to limit what they can success rate.
A little pooch kick taken by the Bobcats. They're going to try to come all the way back across the field on the return. And that will not get a lot of yardage as he ran an awful long way to pick up about 2 yards on the return. That's number 11, Drew McLemore.
T. Roy, watch Jacob Tincher, lane assignment, getting some help from Damian Hames. Watch the lane assignment. Please keep an eye on number 2, Jacob Tincher. He said, I'm not going for the okie doke. He stayed right on the outside, kept leverage there, and he said, I'm not going to give up the sideline, made the tackle, and again, got some assistance from number 84, Damian Hames.
Noble coaching staff had obviously seen that play, and they knew there was no hesitation. That wasn't like, I'm going to run around back here. They knew what they were going to do when they caught that one.
You are good at what you spend time on, T. Roy, and they obviously spent some time on kick coverage.
Empty backfield, 4 receivers to the right. Randolph dancing around. They contain him now, trying to break free. Gets outside, being chased, flush to the right. Now he'll heave it down the field. This pass is Did he make the grab? No. Incomplete. There were a couple of Rockets back there in the neighborhood, but Randolph gave his guy a chance. And credit the Rocket defensive line, Noble. They kept him contained in the pocket for an awful long time that time.
They did, and I want you to look at this back end, T-Roy. Watch number 7, Sean David out there in coverage, getting some help from Quincy Mitchell. But Sean David, that is all I've ever been asking for from this coach and staff on the defense. When I keep calling Coach Homoka's name, I want to keep calling his name all night because I want him young men to be highlighted like we highlight some of them other folks. That's how you cover in the secondary, Sean David.
That time they kept him contained, Nova, where he broke free. That first option to get out of the contained was not there. This time fakes one way, goes back the other, breaks the tackle, coming upfield, cuts it back inside, gets his first down and more. Still on his feet as he is finally wrestled down in Rocket territory at about the 48-yard line. That was an outstanding effort there by the quarterback, Randolph.
It certainly was, and Randolph has shown you, T. Roy, that if you do not try to contain him, he will have a big night. So you'll mess around, and that young man there may have about 100 yards if we don't try to find a way to contain him.
Nick Russell finally was able to get him to the turf, but not before he ends up in Rocket territory at the 47. This time 3 wide receivers to the right, 1 short side left with his back, Collier to his left. Randolph out of the gun. Back to throw, dumps it out of the backfield. Collier on the swing, little stop and start down the sideline. Collier, he's got room at the 20. 1 man to beat, cuts it back inside. Little okey doke, and he will be hit and fall into the end zone. What an individual effort that time by Collier. Now we've got a flag coming out after the score.
Let's be clear. The flag will be for celebration. So let's just be clear. It will be a celebration, and if I'm coach, I'm going to assess that on the kickoff so I can get a good kick return. But here's the thing. Before we worry about that flag being assessed, let's be respectful of the young man you told us to watch out for, Pearson Collier. 5'5", 170-pound senior.
He is dynamic.
He is, T-Roy. He is. And that young man got a little brace on his left knee. And I would have loved to have seen him play football before he got that brace on his knee because he's special to look at now, even with a brace on his knee.
No, well, he made 2 really outstanding moves. The first was that little stop and start, the little hesitation and go. That got him free of the initial defender. But then he followed a blocker, just zigzagging back and forth behind the blocker where the defender never had a good shot at him. Finally, when the help came, they hit him and knocked him into the end zone. Touchdown, Collier from 47 away.
It's going to be unsportsmanlike, T-Roy, as we said on the Bobcats. But what you just described for Collier explains why each night Coach should have an easy night putting the playbook together because he's saying, when I get off the bus, do I have 25 or 30 plays already scripted for Collier? Yeah. And if the answer is no, I need to go back in there and get a new playbook. Yes, indeed. Every time, Coach, young man there needs 25 or 30 touches. And here's the thing. They have done that in a variety of ways, T-Roy.
Now, how important does this become now? The celebration penalty backs you up, and this essentially becomes a 35-yard field goal for the extra point. Cooper White to attempt. They get it down, ball is in the air, and this one is going to be pushed wide left. So the extra point is no good. Does that one loom large later? We'll see. 10:47 left here, second quarter. Giles County 13 and Forrest 7.
In Chapel Hill, Tennessee, we're moving forward with strong tradition. Our town is growing, but we're holding tight to the country charm that makes us proud to call it home. From a world-class tractor pull, the Lion Super Pull of the South, to peaceful family days at Henry Horton State Park, to a friendly wave and greeting as you shop at our local merchants. We're building for the future while celebrating who we are. The town of Chapel Hill wishes all Forrest High School athletes the best of luck this year. And as always, go Rockets!
Woo! If it's in your yard, it's not too hard for Tate. Tate Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control. Gravel driveways, landscaping, backhoe work, garden turning and lawn mowing, Garvin's Ground Control has got you covered. Quality workmanship and reasonable pricing make Garvin's Ground Control the heavyweight champion of ground control in the mid-state. He is the Ric Flair of lawn care, Mr. Tate Garvin. Give him a call, 931-703-7997. That's Garvin's Ground Control.
He's a real big dude.
And welcome back. These 2 young men, Collier and Quincy Mitchell, they defy stereotypes, Noble. Most people would look at them too small. Can't play. Hey, these guys can play.
They the best players out there on the field. Let's just keep it clear. I don't care how sized they are. They the best players out there on that field.
On the return, middle of the field to the 20. Cutting it outside, now back inside, staying on his feet. Out across the 25, on to about the 28, 29-yard line is where the Rockets will start here. Once again, Jacob Tincher, good return for the Rockets, gives them good starting field position. But Noble, again, that Giles County offense putting pressure now on the Forrest offense. You almost feel like you've got to match scores right now if you're the Rockets.
And I tell you what, you almost had that feeling coming in if you did a little study, T-Roy, that you knew that Giles County Bobcats had some weapons.
No, well, this is exactly what we were used to years ago when we were doing Marshall County games, just athletes all over the field. Tonight, no exception for the Bobcats. Morgan looking to throw. He'll go down the field. Hangs it up. Pass is caught. Bourne, center of the field to the 40. Stays on his feet, 35. Continues forward down to about the 31-yard line. Noble, that was a super pass and reception. Hit Braden Bourne right in stride. That was, 21, and they're going to get him another 19. That's a 40-yard pass play from Morgan to Braden Bourne.
Mitchell Todd, number 70, allowed that play to take place like that, blocking for his quarterback, protecting the pocket. And I tell you what, Michael Morgan pours back there and dropping it off to Bourne.
7th catch of the year for Bourne. Bourne came in averaging 18 yards of reception. That improved his average right there, 40. And a big play for the Rockets as they are now in Giles County territory at the 31.
Credit Bourne for locating the ball in the air over his head and catching it with his hands.
Morgan again, fires it out left side, Quincy Mitchell. Now he's got some space. Quincy accelerates and is taken down right at the stick. As again, that time well designed as they get Quincy out of the backfield, get him isolated. Nicely done by the Rockets.
What's good for the goose, good for the gander. Look at there, T-Roy. Coach Palmer said, I'm going to put the ball into my playmaker's hand. Got the ball out there. Isaac Cruz blocking, number 4, the junior, blocking for Quincy Mitchell. And T-Roy, the game done simplified itself. Put the ball in the hands of playmakers and let playmakers make plays.
2nd down and 1 from the Bobcat 22. Man in motion. They're going to try to give it now. Morgan will take it back, tries to flip it, pass caught. Cruz stays on his feet, picks up a first down, and that's not the way you draw it up, but it picks up the first down. That was like the Three Stooges kind of thing where you were just wondering what was going to happen. It looked like Danger Will Robinson as Morgan got rid of it, but he got it to Cruz who picked up the first down.
Michael Morgan said, I'm a playmaker, allow me to make a play. And Isaac Cruz said, I'm a playmaker as well. Number 4, allow me to make a play. And I tell you what, T-Roy, I have gotten real excited because not only did they pick up that first down, they have electrified not only the crowd that came and made the trip, but I tell you what, they got a chance not only to go down here, put themselves right back into this contest and take the lead, T-Roy.
First down from the Giles County 19. Mitchell behind Morgan. Gets the call. Coming right. Now cuts it back inside and gets taken down. No gain on the play.
And I tell you what, you want to credit the Bobcats that time. They pushed some of those white jerseys back, and they said we're going to make it kind of hard. It's going to be some tough sledding around here. So what does that mean, T-Roy? That means Coach Palmer's telling you our identity is to run the ball. We're not going to go away from the run. But Quincy Mitchell's telling you, I'm patient and poised enough, Coach Palmer. You keep giving me the ball. They may stop me once or twice here, but I will break one eventually. And he's shown the ability to do that.
Receivers stacked to either side of the field. Mitchell on 2nd down gets the call. Quick hitter there as Quincy gets to the line of scrimmage, burrows forward to about the 15. Gain of 4. It'll bring up now 3rd down and 6 here for the Rockets.
T-Roy, I want to see that again, Mr. Peter Wilson, because here's the thing. We always highlighting Quincy Mitchell for big plays, but I want folks to be able to appreciate the little body and the strong young man. We talked about the size of Collier and Quincy Mitchell. That young man there does not shy away from contact. He will pick up those hard, dirty yards there. A beautiful job of running that ball, contact, run after the contact.
3rd down and 5. 2-down territory here for the Rockets. Approaching 7 minutes left here in this second quarter. Morgan out of the gun. Mitchell to his left. Fake now Morgan to throw. Puts it into the end zone. Pass is incomplete as he overthrew Cruz. That time he was getting a little pressure. I think he felt the pocket kind of collapsing around him. Cruz broke free last minute. but just overshot him. It's 4th down.
There's a young man there. I'm trying to give you credit for him, T. Roy. His shirt is kind of wrinkled up there. He's right on the edge on here on the defensive end on the left side. I can't see his number there, but he was the one who was come barreling down that time. If Michael Morgan had another split second and a half, he would have had a touch pass and a touchdown.
4th down and 5 here. Ball spotted down at the Bobcat 14, and Giles County will burn a timeout. We'll take one as well. 6:56 left here, second quarter. Giles County by 6.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. See Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive. Welcome back. Big 4th down upcoming here for the Rockets. 4th and 5 from the Giles County 14. Mitchell slot left. 4 guys to that left side of the field. Empty backfield for Micah Morgan. Creeping up Giles County. Here they come. He gets rid of it. Pass is caught. Oh, what a catch. Touchdown, Quincy Mitchell. That was highlight reel material, folks. What a grab. But Morgan, a free blitzer, tattoos him right as he gets rid of it. Got it up. Mitchell made the grab and got into the end zone. Touchdown, Rockets.
T. Roy, that's big league play by Michael Morgan, because Michael Morgan was able to come up to the line and realize that a blitz was coming. And he said, I will not have a lot of time. I have to identify who I'm going to get the ball to, and I have to stand in this pocket and take a little pressure. That's why Michael Morgan has impressed me. He won that play between his ears, T. Roy. It was the mental attitude of Michael Morgan that got that, and heck of a catch by Quincy Mitchell under pressure in that one-on-one coverage.
What a grab as the point after try is in the air, and it is good. And Isaiah Mitchell splits the uprights with 6:48 left here in the second quarter. Rockets have retaken the lead, 14-13.
In the heart of Chapel Hill, there's a small-town grocery with a big selection, Brooks Grocery. From crisp produce to shelves full of your favorite brands, Brooks has it all. The deli offers a hot bar daily and even sushi. At Brooks, the employees aren't just staff, they're your friends and neighbors. With new items arriving all the time, you might just find your next favorite food at Brooks. Don't be chicken to try something new at Brooks Grocery. Big selection and hometown heart. They call him the real Dr. J. No, not the basketball legend, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan. He may not dunk, but he does bring slam dunk vision care to Lewisburg. And his team, nearly 100 years of combined experience. We're still trying to figure out how they all started in middle school. But jokes aside, Advanced Eye Care Clinic takes your vision seriously. From cutting-edge technology to a warm, beautiful office at 815 East Commerce Street, you're in great hands. Call 931-359-4373 today. Your eyes will thank you.
We talked about it. Rockets needed someone else other than Quincy Mitchell to step up and perform big. Micah Morgan just had a huge contribution as he stood in with a free Pearson Collier bearing down on him, delivered the strike, and the Rockets take the lead. Kick again. They're going to try that same thing as going all the way across the field, and the same result as trying to get all the way across. The pressure gets there on the return, and he is taken down. Good job of covering again by the Rocket special teams.
Chris Roybar would be the one who will get credit for the tackle, but I want you to see lane assignment again, T-Roy. They've been very true to the kick return. It's difficult when you play in a speedster team like the Bobcats. not to stay in your lane. Look at all those white jerseys spread out there, T-Roy. That's how you defend the kick, T-Roy. You got to stay in your lane and allow the ball carrier to come to you. Be patient.
Especially with the athletes on the other side. Lane integrity becomes that much more significant as it was there. Rockets up to the challenge. Giles County now, a little option play as they will pitch it. Ball on the ground, and it is still free. I think maybe Collier got it. It was going to be Patrick over there giving him a run for the money, trying to get on it for the Rockets as the young sophomore Easton Patrick. And that was danger. That flip was not a good one, and I don't think they're probably going to go back to the option very much tonight.
I tell you what, the spacing, and that's not your traditional spacing for that quarterback and that option pitch there. But I tell you what, Rockets missed a golden opportunity to get that turnover, T-Roy.
It ends up netting 5 for him, back to the ground, and here comes Collier again, breaking free across the midfield stripe into Rocket territory. And it doesn't take him long, just like Quincy Mitchell, it doesn't take him long to get up to full speed as Collier just blasts through the open hole, picks up 18, and another Giles County first down as they are putting pressure on this Rocket defense. We're under 6 minutes left here, second quarter. Rockets lead it by 1.
What they call turnover-worthy plays, T-Roy, the play prior to that. When you have a turnover-worthy play, a play in which you had an opportunity to get a turnover, you got to take advantage of it. And Collier just showed you why you don't want to miss opportunities against this offense when you get a chance to have the ball on the ground. Jump on it.
Collier to the right of his quarterback, gets it coming left. Gives ground now. Gets to the 45, to the 40, and out of bounds as a couple of Rocket defenders hit each other trying to take down Collier.
And we talked about it, Troy. We talked about when you have those speedy running backs, how they rely heavily on their speed and want to get west and east. And that time that young man showcased to you not only his speed ability, but his ability to break tackles if you don't break down and get control of your body, because he's going to be hard to bring down.
No, well, he threw it in reverse very quickly. He had forward momentum coming, just stopped on a dime, went backwards, and then got to the corner. Picked up 11 and another first down as it's put down at the Rocket 38-yard line now. 5:17 left here, second quarter. Bobcats on the move. They trail by 1. Again, they'll come down the line. Randolph this time on the quarterback keeper. Good job that time by the Rockets. That was a nice job on the pitch, and I believe, was that Bourne?
I need the big man right there in the middle, T-Roy. I can't see his numbers. That's 71.
That's 71. That's Blaze Bourne. I wanted to make sure it was him, but he did a really good job of staying with the speedy Randolph.
I tell you what, T-Roy, that is how you defend the option play. That reminds me of old school when coach just draw it up. Whomever's on the edge got to make sure that he forces that quarterback to keep the ball, and he went with the running back.
2nd and 7 now, back to throw. Fires it out of the backfield, pass caught. Trying to get back to the center of the field, doing so. Now cuts it back to the sideline. 30, to the 25, to the 20, 15 out of bounds. Once again, Noble, a great job by Randolph. He bought enough time, then found his receiver as number 18, Xavier Hanna. We talked about him in the pregame. Nicely done by Hanna, but we've got some yellow laundry on the field, I think, that's going to bring it back.
Let's be clear. We have not called all the Bobcats' name, but they have some weapons out there, T-Roy. Randolph has some athletes to be able to put the ball in the hands of, and you know what they're capable of doing in open field. But, again, here's an opportunity to take advantage of the Bobcats making a mistake.
The referees are having a little zebra convention at about the 25. I guess they're trying to make sure they're on the same page here. And it is blocking the back on Giles County. So that nullifies a huge gain. But once again, that just shows you how dangerous Giles County is when they get those guys isolated in space.
And Troy, again, that's what I respect about you, my man. Play-by-play broadcaster, you're calling the game the same way the rest of us see it. They have some weapons over there, and they are very dangerous, which is why on defense, you got to be under control. You got to come up and be under control, because the ideal sometimes is just to stop the running back or the wide receiver right there and not give up additional yards.
2nd and 13, back to Collier, who goes straight up the middle. Collier with a big hole, gets through quickly and is finally taken down at the Rocket 29, where he'll be 1 yard shy of his first down. 3rd down and 1 now. And for Giles County, You just want to keep feeding Collier right now. Find as many ways to get the football in his hands as you can. They've done it out of the backfield. They've done it by carrying up the middle. They've gone outside with him. He has been good, whatever they have done with him.
When you say it like that, T-Roy, it does not sound very complex at all, my man. Just find a way to get the ball to Collier.
Hey, and I'm going to tell you, the Rocket defenders have not done – I mean, he's had to work a little bit, but just individual effort and able to use his speed is Collier. He has really good vision because sometimes that hole is bottled up a little bit at the line of scrimmage. He just simply says, you know what, let me throw on the brakes, head outside. He's got really good vision as he picks up another first down.
And that first down there, you want to credit his line. They won at the point of attack. That hole there was open for him. And as you talked about his speed and his vision, if you have a hole that size for a player like him and he don't need very many yards, you will move the sticks every single time.
Giles County thinking about double dipping here. They get the football to start the second half. 3 minutes left here. They don't want to score probably too quick here if you're thinking about it. Randolph now goes under center. Back to throw. Rooks goes down the field. Across the middle. Pass is caught for the touchdown. Two guys back there. There was a Rocket defender there as well. Bourne was back there, but it was the receiver able to wrestle it away as he went into the end zone, and that was a really nice play by Giles County. They attack.
And just to keep it clean, T-Roy, Dustin Jett, number 3, and John Hightower in the secondary at that time. And there was an opportunity at that time where we just couldn't locate the ball. And what I'm trying to say to you is it required that time for Randolph to make the most accurate pass he's made all night. Because if he had thrown the ball inaccurate, we would have had a legitimate shot at that one, T-Roy.
Smokestack eye, they're going for 2, and they do not get it. They go to where I would think you were going to go, but he gets denied. It's Collier, and who was that was able to make the tackle? Was that David? I think it may have been Sean David as they head over to the sideline, but at any rate, the conversion try is no good, and with 2:49 left here second quarter, Giles County has retaken the lead.
At Elite Electrical, our team of licensed professionals brings precision and care to every project. From residential upgrades, light commercial installation, rewiring homes, or installing energy-efficient lighting in businesses, our expertise shines through in everything we do. Elite Electrical now offers HVAC services for both residential and light commercial projects as well. You can trust Elite Electrical to power your world with safety and excellence.
Chapel Hill is growing, and so is First Commerce Bank. With new locations opening, we're making it easier to serve you wherever life takes you. New technologies have provided many new windows to help make your banking experience easier, but our commitment to personal service hasn't changed. We're right here with you, supporting what matters most. Other communities are now finding out what Marshall Countyans have known for over 20 years. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
The penalty on that extra point on the previous touchdown now looming a little larger. Giles County scores, goes for 2, but they are denied. Sean David with some help from Blaze Bourne on the stop. Now 19-14 Giles, but the Rockets have plenty of time left here. 2:49 left second quarter. Collier will pooch this one down the sideline, and it's going to go out of bounds. So the Rockets will get good starting field position here. And Noble, the thing I think if you're the Rockets right now that you hang your hat on is how well your quarterback has stood in and made plays, because with his ability to do that, that focus has to be drawn off Quincy Mitchell, maybe not all the way, but a little bit more. And all he needs is just a little bit. So that way you keep that defense honest. Morgan, again, I cannot say it enough, that was a brave quarterback play, standing in when you've got a free rushing Pearson Collier coming right at you and delivering that football to Quincy Mitchell. That was a big league play.
And Troy, I told you, I thought for the Rockets to win this game, it was going to require them to use that arm of Michael Morgan, and he's showing you he's up to the task, and that's how they will win this game, through Michael Morgan.
From the 35 to the ground, Quincy Mitchell gets hit hard. He is able to fall forward, but again, making something out of nothing. It was Collier who was right there in the backfield ready to take the handoff with Mitchell. He had him grabbed by the time Mitchell got the football. Mitchell able to fight forward for a couple, but really Probably should have lost a yard on that one.
And you said it, T-Roy, and that's the thing sometimes you and I, watching the game as spectators, we lose sight of. Sometimes a 2-yard gain is something special. You don't want to lose 2 yards here and there.
2:15 left here. Clock moving. 2nd down and 8 for the Rockets. Back to throw Morgan. He's got some time. Goes across the middle. Got a man back there, Tincher. He is on the move. You can pucker up and kiss him goodbye. Jacob Tincher, Micah Morgan did it again, but we've got laundry back here behind the play. Let's see what this is going to be. Probably not going to be good, but 63-yard pass. Noble, that time Morgan saw that Tincher was running all by himself. He laid it up beautifully, let Jacob run underneath it, and, of course, if Tincher's ahead, you're not going to catch it.
You said it, T-Roy. As the old adage say, when it comes to Jacob Tincher, if we're even, he's leaving. So beautiful pass, Micah. Nice touch on it, my man, and Tincher ran right up under it, and you're not going to catch him from behind.
Man, I'm going to tell you, I want to see what this is. That didn't take long enough, I don't think, to hold anybody. Is it going to be ineligible?
That looks like an ineligible. Yeah, one of the linemen got there too fast, T-Roy, and what I'm struggling with.
But what does that do, Noble? That's the thing. Now they have begun to find some success throwing the football. So now all of a sudden, Giles County has to reevaluate how they're doing things. That was a super well-thrown football by Morgan, and you see the speed of Tincher. We wait for him with the big play. That was it.
And you said it. I've been waiting on Tincher to get his moment where he can shine and have a breakout night, just make himself a household name, because he has all the attributes to be a household name every Friday night. He just need his number called, T-Roy. And I'll go ahead and put it on record again, my man. Tincher needs 5 touches every time we play, if not 10. But I tell you what.
Boy, I'm not sure. I don't think the Rocket staff liked that call very much. They're going to.
And that,
what happened? Did we get an extra penalty on top of that?
Oh, that one right there was unsportsmanlike, right there, T-Roy. Unsportsmanlike.
That's over on the other side.
Yes, indeed. Which tacked on 15. So you now you negate the touchdown pass, and now you take extra 15 yards and you go back, and now you're trying to figure out how to get out of here, maybe just punting the ball and not allowing the Bobcats to score again. But, Troy, let me go back to something you said before we get back to this contest. What that passing attack does, and when you have success in it, it eventually tells the Bobcats you all going to have to soften up a little bit with this 7 in the box, and maybe go back down to 6 in the box, because you got to respect the pass, and then Quincy Mitchell can go off in the 3rd and 4th quarter.
Now you end up, instead of a touchdown and being ahead, you're 3rd down and 29 after the 2 penalties. And now we've got the 3rd timeout taken by Giles County, as they were a little late getting back on the field. Timeout taken, 2:01 left here, 2nd quarter. We'll be back.
At Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, we've called this state home for generations, which means we've been helping folks protect what matters most for over 75 years. Whether it's your car, your home, or the life you're securing, we're here with coverage that fits Tennessee. Bundle your coverage with us. If you're looking for one place to cover your insurance needs, no one is better suited to cover Tennessee than a Tennessean. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
See your local agents, Scott Bond or Troy Cashin. Looking to tackle your next big project? At Equip Go Rentals, we've got the tools and the equipment you need. From skid steers, mini excavators, trenchers, and stump grinders to everything in between, we provide reliable, high-quality rentals to help you get the job done right. Whether it's construction, landscaping, or a home project, count on Equip Go for affordable rates, dependable service, and the right tools every time. Stop by our 401 North Horton Parkway location in Chapel Hill, or give us a call at 931-364-RENT.
And welcome back. We want to show you that penalty again. We've got a chance to go back and look. We were thinking ourselves, how could the lineman, that didn't take that long, how could they be down the field? Let's see it again. There's nobody. Everybody is pass blocking at the line of scrimmage.
I don't see anybody. I understand why the coach is frustrated with that call.
3rd down and 29. Back to throw. Pitch down the field intended for David, and it's intercepted. Two receivers in the area, and I think both receivers thought it was intended for the other, and it ends up in the hands of the waiting Giles County defensive back, and now Giles County really looking to capitalize here, Noble. This is a big, big change. We saw it again. They blew the play on the pass play. There was no lineman down the field. You go from at least 21-19 to now you're looking at 3rd and 29 and get a pass picked off. Giles County, we talked about double dipping a few minutes ago. They can actually do that now. If you score here, you go up 25, 26, 14, and then you get the football to start the third quarter. What a serious change of momentum.
The mental blow
yes.
that all this does to us, T-Roy, is what I'm worried about.
Back to throw. Randolph, they're looking to capitalize. Now he'll be flushed out of the pocket, heave it down the field, and the pass is incomplete. Defending back there was Dustin Jett. As the pass falls incomplete, 2nd down. And Noble, there's no other way to say it. They blew that call. I mean, we watched it again. You could see there was nobody down the field.
I didn't see a lineman downfield. And I tell you what, Mr. Sweeney said out loud, and T-Roy, you said out loud what I was thinking. As quickly as that play developed, for Michael Morgan to drop back and drop that ball in Tincher's hand, it's a pass blocking assignment for the lineman. There was no time for anybody to get downfield far enough.
Hey, we want to thank Peter Wilson, who is on it as always. He and Jace do a wonderful job with our production and camera work, and you got a chance to see with Jace's excellent camera work, Peter's excellent production skills, you got to see it again, and for real, folks, there was no penalty. It was a touchdown taken away from the Rockets.
And here's the thing, T-Roy, we got to be careful, you and I particularly right now. We don't want to spend the rest of this broadcast talking about that play.
There's plenty of game
yes,
to play.
Indeed.
Yeah.
We don't want to spend the rest of the night talking about that one particular play.
But it is very impactful as you give. Up the middle, Collier breaking free. He's in the center of the field, and he will score. Pearson Collier again. Again, it doesn't take much. He finds just that smallest of creases and takes it 29 yards to the house. And now Giles County is up 25-14.
And that's what I'm talking about, T-Roy, the mentality of everything that just transpired in a short amount of time based upon that clock that's up there and just being that close to being up 2 points maybe, but particularly at least 1 point to finding yourself down maybe 12 points now, T-Roy.
Yeah. The mental swing of that, as you just talked about, Noble, physical is one thing, but the mental swing of that is the other. And the Rockets, against a good opponent, you don't have a whole lot of time to recover as they do get a little momentum there. It's coming right up the middle, Braden Bourne. He blocks the point after try. And with 1:38 left here, second quarter, your new score, Giles County 25, Forrest 14.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital is Marshall County's premier small animal veterinary hospital. As part of the community since 1977, our 4 doctors and highly skilled team offer preventative care, internal medicine, general surgery, and ultrasound. In addition, Maggie Rue Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital and offers a full-service grooming and lodging for your companions. Give us a call to schedule an appointment. Lewisburg Animal Hospital is proud to be your other family doctor.
When life gets full, Highway 99 Storage makes space. From everyday storage needs to your biggest seasonal projects, our units have a wide range of sizes to give you room for it all. Need a home for a camper or a boat? We've got secure parking too. And when your belongings need extra protection, our climate-controlled units keep them safe from heat and humidity. Highway 99 Storage, your space, your way. New units are now available. Call 364-5678 or visit highway99storage.com and rent online today.
And welcome back. And Noble, we talked about it during the break. Now the pressure turns back to the Rockets because at this point you're down 11. They get the ball first to begin the third quarter. With this quick strike offense, you almost feel like you've got to score before halftime here to keep yourself in it.
Same statement we made when Bobcats declined to the second half, deferred. This is not a team you want to play from behind against.
Kickoff is high and short. Coming up, taken at the 27. Center of the field, or up that right sideline, is Hightower. He'll take it out to about the 39, where the Rocket offense will begin there with 1:32 left here in this opening half. They got a couple of timeouts left. And Noble, again, feeling that pressure, I think, right now of needing to score before halftime.
And here's the thing, T-Roy, we'll find out a lot right now about this Rocket team. You and I, the word you used was pressure. So we'll see if these young men here, how they handle this scenario right here. It may not appear to be pressure to them. So we'll see exactly if Coach can calm them down on the sideline and call a couple plays in here and put them in a spot where they can go to the locker room and feel confident about how the half ended.
This tests your character right here. Mitchell to the right, back to throw Morgan. He'll dance out of the pocket. Looking now, fires it down the field. Got a man back there. Incomplete. Almost picked off as he had a defensive back get in there and maybe got a hand on it as Sean David had gotten behind everyone, Noble.
Yeah, we had two white jerseys back there, T-Roy, and again, you alluded to it earlier in a passing route. Two white jerseys in the same vicinity, certainly someone's route is something you want to go address because someone was in the wrong zip code.
Morgan trying to keep the play alive there, may have actually had it with his feet that time, but he was trying to go down the field and make the big play as they'll empty the backfield. Snap gets down as Morgan low snap. He'll fall on it back at the 28 now. The good thing is Giles County's out of timeouts. So the Rockets now will let that clock run a little bit more.
And interesting that you say they out of timeouts. I missed the third one that they called, but I know they called two of them on defense.
Yeah, they called one here late in the half. I think about 2 or 3 minutes left. They called their final timeout. So that's big here because the Rockets, after that miscue on the snap, they're 3rd down and 20-plus here. Mitchell will get the carry. Quincy up the middle. He will stay on his feet momentarily before being taken down by the trailing Giles County defense that time as they got numbers there to get to Quincy out to the 31. But that clock's going to move, and that's the big thing. I think Coach Palmer was like he didn't want to take a chance to leave Giles County with a little time on the clock to get another chance to score. So they're just going to run the safe play, keep the clock moving, and go to halftime trailing by 11.
100% in that same category, same frame of mind. Let's just get to the locker room, get the young men and rally around them, coach them up, bring them back out on this field, play defense, and then get the ball back.
2 quarters in the books here from Sam Davis Park, and your score, the Giles County Bobcats 25 and the Forrest Rockets 14.
In Chapel Hill, healing starts at home with P4 Physical Therapy. Located at 5228 Nashville Highway, P4 is proudly owned and operated by former Rocket Logan Hollingsworth, who is dedicated to serving his hometown with the latest in physical therapy care. From sports injuries to post-surgery rehab, P4 offers personalized treatment that gets you back to what you love. Call 931-922-2140 or visit p4physicaltherapy.com.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
Accounting doesn't have to be complicated. At Morehead Cheek PLLC, we offer expert tax preparation and planning plus reliable accounting services for individuals and businesses. Whether it's April or any other month of the year, we're here to keep your finances in order. Find us at 303 North Horton Parkway in Chapel Hill or call 931-246-4425 or visit moreheadcheek.com. Morehead Cheek PLLC, your partner in taxes and accounting, every step of the way.
Forrest Sports on TC Sports 1 is brought to you by
the real Dr. J, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan at Advanced Eye Care Clinic. By Elite Electrical, John Dippold and his fine team. By Farm Bureau Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, and Health. By Apex Bank, a top performer by the ICBA. By Brooks Grocery, where you'll find your next favorite food. By Quince Air Care, your certified Rheem dealer. By Moorhead Cheek PLLC, Matt Moorhead and John Cheek. By First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking. By Highway 99 Storage, now renting new units. By J&J Automotive, your one-stop automotive shop. By Lewisburg Animal Hospital, your other family doctor. By Mac Equipment, parts, sales, service, and rental. By the town of Chapel Hill, moving forward with strong tradition. By the Ric Flair of Lawn Care, take Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control. By P4 Physical Therapy, Logan Hollingsworth. And by EquipGo Rentals, your home for equipment rental.
In Chapel Hill, Tennessee, we're moving forward with strong tradition. Our town is growing, but we're holding tight to the country charm that makes us proud to call it home. From a world-class tractor pull, the Lion Super Pull of the South, to peaceful family days at Henry Horton State Park, to a friendly wave and greeting as you shop with our local merchants. We're building for the future while celebrating who we are. The town of Chapel Hill wishes all Forrest High School athletes the best of luck this year. And as always, go Rockets!
Woo! If it's in your yard, it's not too hard for Tate. Tate Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control. Gravel driveways, landscaping, backhoe work, garden turning and lawn mowing, Garvin's Ground Control has got you covered. Quality workmanship and reasonable pricing make Garvin's Ground Control the heavyweight champion of ground control in the mid-state. He is the Ric Flair of lawn care, Mr. Tate Garvin. Give him a call, 931-703-7997. That's Garvin's Ground Control.
He's a real big dude.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. See Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive. And welcome back here at halftime. Giles County leads 25-14. And folks, in all fairness, we want to make sure that we get this in. We had someone point out to us that the call was correct because the receiver for Forrest that was on the, I guess, should have been outside the tackle, was actually on the same level as the tackle. So he, by going downfield, becomes the ineligible receiver. We're looking at the lineman. Basically what I was told was that if the lineman is on that receiver, that slot receiver didn't leave enough space between himself and the tackle, so therefore he's basically considered as the same as a lineman. He went downfield ineligible. So in all fairness, that's where the call came. We're looking strictly at what we considered offensive linemen. They were not downfield. It ended up being one of the slot receivers was lined up at the same level as the tackle. So we do want to be fair on that and admit that maybe we missed that one, because we were strictly looking at the offensive linemen, and if you're looking at those, they were all right where they were supposed to be. But I guess the Giles County staff pounced on that when officials made the call, and that nullified the touchdown, and that was a huge momentum turner, because you go from possibly being up 21-19 to Giles County after the ensuing penalty. You get 3rd and 29. They pick it off, score late in the half, make it now 25-14, and they get the football to begin the third quarter. So that is a huge momentum swing.
All right, ready for some stats?
Ready for some stats, Mr. Ricky Sweeney.
Let's do the halftime stats, folks. The Rockets rushed it 12 times for 62 yards. 19 rushes for 66 yards. Quincy with 12 carries for 62, and Micah Morgan 7 carries for 4 yards, and there's the 19 for 66 on the ground for the Rockets. Micah Morgan 5 of 10 passing with 1 interception, good for 78 yards. Total offense in the first half for your Forrest Rockets, 144 total yards. For Giles County, 13 rushes for 145, and the quarterback 5 of 9 passing, 113 yards. So 145 on the ground, 113 through the air, 258 total offense for Giles County. A pretty good first half of offense. And individually for the Rockets, Quincy Mitchell, 12 carries, 62 yards. He had a 32-yard touchdown run in the first half. Micah Morgan, 7 carries for -4. Rockets penalized 3 times for 30 yards, and how big that last one was. Individually for Giles County on the ground, Xavier Randolph. He's a great quarterback, guys. 3 carries for 50 yards. Pearson Collier. It seems like we got 2 Quincy's playing tonight.
Oh, really? We do.
Pearson Collier, spitting image of our Quincy Mitchell. He had 10 carries for 95 yards. He had a couple of touchdown runs, one of 7 and the other of 29. And those are the only 2 ball carriers for Giles County, as the Rockets only had 2 ball carriers in the first half. Pass receiving for your Rockets, Isaac Cruz, 2 catches for 15, both of those for first downs. Quincy Mitchell, 2 for 23, one of those a 14-yard touchdown catch. And Braden Bourne, 1 big catch for 40 yards. It proved to be a first down as well. Pass receiving for Giles County. Pearson Collier getting it done all over the field. 3 catches, 85 yards. One of those a 48-yard touchdown catch. Xavier Hanna, 2 catches for 28. One of those was a 24-yard touchdown catch. And its halftime score is 25-14. Giles County out in front.
Fellas, we expected, Noble and myself have seen this Giles County team an awful lot over the course of the years doing Marshall County games. This is exactly what we expected, is the dynamic athletes all over the field that you see. They put such pressure on you. And give the Rockets credit. You look back, if that touchdown counts, they're up 21-19 at that point late in the half. So they have been able to work up and down the field themselves, been able to put points on the board. They have been successful. So, the sky is not falling, all is not lost here. But coming out at this juncture here, coming out in the third quarter, I think it's very important, and you hate to pin your hopes on one possession, but I really feel like for them to get all the way back into this game, both mentally and physically, they got to have a stop coming out of the locker room.
And you said it, T-Roy, and I would love to hear Mr. Sweeney as well, because I know he's around the team and in the community, and he'll know more so about how these young men can be coached up and motivated. But what I heard you say more so than anything is the explosive plays that you and I have been accustomed to seeing Giles County show on the field. With this deficit that the Rockets have now, we're going to have some explosive plays of our own. And here's, at some point in time, Mr. Sweeney, the score and the time on the clock is going to dictate that we may have to change up our identity and how we go about doing this if we don't have success on what Troy said coming out of the locker room, because this whole game changes and it unfolds to something different if Giles County Bobcats score on the opening drive after the half.
Yeah, I think the big thing is, if you're the Rockets, if you score, you're going to have to onside. It changes how you look at things here in this second half. You hate to say it, but, man, and we're not complaining. Like I say, we had one of our fans, and this was one of our fans that pointed this out to us, the thin line between what that penalty was and was not. We were actually looking at the replays, looking at our offensive linemen. They were not down the field, but the thing we did miss was, as we got pointed out to us, we want to be fair in the broadcast, is that one of our players that lined up what we thought was in the slot
was not far enough away from our tackle, and they were therefore considered a part of the – they were not a step back. So they were considered a lineman. When they went down the field, that's where the penalty was thrown. So, that one play really, I think, changed the entire complexion of what we were looking at. And those plays, they kind of take it out of you mentally because you're on such a high from a, over 50-yard scoring strike to having to come back and the frustration of getting another penalty on top of it, and you're looking at 3rd down and 29. So you go from euphoria to just being defeated there in the course of just a couple of seconds in one play. That's a big swing mentally for you.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate. In the heat of the battle, the young man just lined up incorrectly, just a yard or so. That would have made a difference in that play. But those things happen. Heat of the battle, he's trying to make a play, and you got to give him that.
Against a normal mortal group, that play can be overcome. This group, with the talent that they have, they make you almost have to play a perfect game in the second half to come back and win because they put such pressure on you. Now, even the touchdown pass that Morgan threw to Mitchell, he got plastered because he had a free rusher in the form of Pearson coming right at him. Pearson Collier coming right at him. He stepped up and delivered. Those guys are going to pressure you and pressure you and pressure you on both sides of the ball. So if you're the Rockets, you got to catch a break. That ball that gets on the ground on the option, you got to have any of those in the second half. If you get a break, of course, you got to capitalize on it. It's going to be an uphill battle here in the second half. But Rockets can get the job done. If you come out here, I think the big thing is you want to come out and set the tempo, set the tone by saying out of the locker room, hey, we're going to make a stop here. We're going to get it back to our offense, and we're going to get rolling. So let's hope that the Rockets can pull that off.
I saw even late on that last drive of the Rockets when Giles County were out. They were out of timeouts. When Rockets spread the field, Quincy came so close to breaking that up the middle shot there. And, man,
he gets out of that in some other games.
Gone.
Yes.
He's gone.
Yes.
So he's got 2, 4, 2, 2, -2, 3, 2, 2, 2. He's only got 2 double-digit carries tonight. But I'm going to tell you, he is very, very, very close when the Rockets spread the field of breaking those some more long ones. And I could see that happening in the second half.
And one more thing that I wanted to bring to you all's attention, what the coaching staff now has to consider, Troy, you brought it to everybody's attention. Michael Morgan has been under pressure a lot this game. And what we need to be mindful of, he's taken a couple shots. And now what you got to do as coach, you got to protect your quarterback. So he's going to probably have to come with some different formation where he leave at least one more protection in there. And I don't know if that means Quincy has to do a little more blocking as a running back or you have a different set. But he's got to give his quarterback a little bit more time because clearly everybody who's watching this game knows that this game at some point in time is going to require Michael Morgan's arm. And if Michael Morgan's arm is going to dictate how this game end up, you got to give him enough time to pass the ball. And so at this time, we'll take a break, and then we'll come back and get ready for the second half.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. See Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive.
In the heart of Chapel Hill, there's a small town grocery with a big selection, Brooks Grocery. From crisp produce to shelves full of your favorite brands, Brooks has it all. The deli offers a hot bar daily and even sushi. At Brooks, the employees aren't just staff, they're your friends and neighbors. With new items arriving all the time, you might just find your next favorite food at Brooks. Don't be chicken to try something new at Brooks Grocery. Big selection and hometown heart. They call him the real Dr. J. No, not the basketball legend, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan. He may not dunk, but he does bring slam dunk vision care to Lewisburg. And his team, nearly 100 years of combined experience. We're still trying to figure out how they all started in middle school. But jokes aside, Advanced Eye Care Clinic takes your vision seriously. From cutting-edge technology to a warm, beautiful office at 815 East Commerce Street, you're in great hands. Call 931-359-4373 today. Your eyes will thank you.
At Elite Electrical, our team of licensed professionals brings precision and care to every project. From residential upgrades, light commercial installation, rewiring homes, or installing energy-efficient lighting in businesses, our expertise shines through in everything we do. Elite Electrical now offers HVAC services for both residential and light commercial projects as well. You can trust Elite Electrical to power your world with safety and excellence.
Chapel Hill is growing, and so is First Commerce Bank. With new locations opening, we're making it easier to serve you wherever life takes you. New technologies have provided many new windows to help make your banking experience easier, but our commitment to personal service hasn't changed. We're right here with you, supporting what matters most. Other communities are now finding out what Marshall Countyans have known for over 20 years. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
At Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, we've called this state home for generations, which means we've been helping folks protect what matters most for over 75 years. Whether it's your car, your home, or the life you're securing, we're here with coverage that fits Tennessee. Bundle your coverage with us. If you're looking for one place to cover your insurance needs, no one is better suited to cover Tennessee than a Tennessean. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
See your local agents, Scott Bond or Troy Cashin. Looking to tackle your next big project? At Equip Go Rentals, we've got the tools and the equipment you need. From skid steers, mini excavators, trenchers, and stump grinders to everything in between, we provide reliable, high-quality rentals to help you get the job done right. Whether it's construction, landscaping, or a home project, count on Equip Go for affordable rates, dependable service, and the right tools every time. Stop by our 401 North Horton Parkway location in Chapel Hill or give us a call at 931-364-RENT.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital is Marshall County's premier small animal veterinary hospital. As part of the community since 1977, our 4 doctors and highly skilled team offer preventative care, internal medicine, general surgery, and ultrasound. In addition, Maggie Rue Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital and offers a full-service grooming and lodging for your companions. Give us a call to schedule an appointment. Lewisburg Animal Hospital is proud to be your other family doctor.
When life gets full, Highway 99 Storage makes space. From everyday storage needs to your biggest seasonal projects, our units have a wide range of sizes to give you room for it all. Need a home for a camper or a boat? We've got secure parking too. And when your belongings need extra protection, our climate-controlled units keep them safe from heat and humidity. Highway 99 Storage, your space, your way. New units are now available. Call 364-5678 or visit highway99storage.com and rent online today.
And welcome back. Troy Cashin, Noble Mays, Ricky Sweeney, Mr. Jace Schillig, and Mr. Peter Wilson bringing you all the action here tonight as Giles County races out to a 25-14 lead here as we get set for your third quarter coming up here in just a few moments. And Ricky, again, we talked about it. The Rockets have played well here in this first half. Take nothing away from them, but Giles County, a formidable opponent.
Yeah, and Giles County did the damage late in the second quarter when the Rockets, Quincy caught a pass from Morgan for the touchdown, giving the Rockets the 1-point lead, and then a couple of touchdowns by Giles County. They quickly just quickly, just all of a sudden, got the momentum back and take a big lead into halftime, and that's the difference in the game right now.
You know, if you're the Rockets, you feel a whole lot better if you're getting that football coming out of the locker room, but it's Giles County who deferred. They get the football first, and that's why we talked about we felt like it'd be very important to get off the field here in that opening defensive series and get that football back for your offense. If they can do that, Noble and Ricky, I really feel like that gives them more of a chance. I think mentally then they are back in the contest at that point. If Giles County comes out here and scores in this first possession, it makes it a much tougher hill to climb in the second half.
Yeah, it does, and Quincy has, I said it before the break, close on breaking some long runs. I love it when the Rockets spread the field because I think that Quincy's going to get the ball when they spread it like that, and I think most of the times he does. So and the defense on Giles County, a couple of times I noticed that's when they had to use their timeouts. We're a little bit unsure and had to call those timeouts, and they could have helped Giles County prevent the Rockets from scoring.
And, fellas, again, we want to thank everyone for tuning in here tonight as we have, of course, one final regular season contest, and there will be a lot, as is this week, a lot on the line next week. We'll kind of let you know how things are going to work out. It looks like if this holds up here tonight, we're going to need to be Sequatchie County fans next week as they come here taking on Giles County for what will be the regular season region championship if Giles County holds on here tonight. For the Rockets, you got to hope you can come back here in the second half, win, and then carry that momentum into Watertown, pick up a win, and get second place for yourself. There is still a shot, even if they lose tonight. If Sequatchie beats Giles next week, if we beat Watertown on the road, then the Rockets would finish in second.
And you've heard me, T. Roy. You've been around me long enough. I always like, particularly if I'm talking to some young people, stay within the realm of whatever is within your control. So you certainly want to try your best to come back and focus on this second half and not think forward and look at next week. But you certainly plan on just trying to do your part tonight, second half, and then next week against Watertown, and just lead us Sequatchie County and the Giles County for another conversation for later on. But just take control of what you can. And right now, what's in front of the Rockets, T. Roy, is the defense has to come out, and they have to get this ball back without the Bobcats scoring. And then we'll allow what Mr. Sweeney told us in the first two games we had this season. This coaching staff has done a superb job at halftime of coming out and making second half adjustments. And here's the beautiful thing about it. That second half adjustment, Mr. Sweeney, may fall right in line with what you've been saying. They may have a scheme for freeing up Quincy Mitchell, and Quincy Mitchell may go off in the third and fourth quarter and change the whole complexion of this contest.
Isaiah Garcia getting set to start this third quarter here as the Rockets trail by 11. Garcia approaches. This one, a little onside kick. It takes a good hop, but Giles County able to corral it, and the Bobcats will get good starting field position. Noble, we may have thought, hey, you wait and try to score or try to stop them and then get it back and score and go onside. They go onside out of the locker room.
They certainly did, and Coach came right on out to Roy and tried to get the ball in his hands. And you and I, we had the wrong set of lens on. We were trying to play the lens of stopping the Bobcats on defense, but Coach said, I'm going to be aggressive, and I'm going to try to get control of this game, and I'm going to control this narrative on my end and get the ball back. So now you got great field position for Giles County, and the pressure now becomes 8 in the box. That's 9 in the box now, T. Roy. Look at the Rockets defense.
Out of the gun. They're going to give. Bouncing around is Pearson, and he gets hit down at about the 49-yard line. Pearson Collier on the carry.
Lachlan Morris, T. Roy, the sophomore, number 61. And if you're going to get back in this game, we got to have more than just this first time Lachlan calling your name. So you're going to get in the backfield, and you're going to bring the running back down that they've been praising so highly. And he's worth all those praises that he's been getting tonight. But at some point in time, one of these Rockets linemen, they're going to have a tackle in the backfield on number 15, Collier.
As Ricky talked about, they go back to him here, dancing around, and he gets hit. Patrick right there to stop him. It'll bring up third down.
And all I'm saying, T. Roy.
No, wait a minute. The Rockets are saying the ball came free. They're saying they got it, and the official agrees with them. Big turnover.
Peter Wilson going to show it to us again. T-Roy, talk to us for a second.
What a job by the defense. As we talked about, I was about to say sometimes with those home run hitters, you got to be careful with that many guys in the box. You don't let him pop free, but it was Patrick who got a hand on it and punched it free, and the Rockets able to recover right out of the locker room. That's the break they needed.
And not only the break they needed, but Ethan Patrick, number 29, the sophomore, what he's communicated to you is y'all old men over there talking about the Rocket players, y'all slow down with your conversation. Our mental ability is stronger than ever. Now we going to control our own destiny. Let's go get a 6, guys, maybe 8.
Mitchell to the right of Morgan here. 2 receivers short side right as they ride it to Quincy. Up the middle, across the midfield stripe into Giles County territory. He'll pick up about 3 on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Zion Walker, number 30, T-Roy. That's the difference tonight with the Bobcats and what Mr. Sweeney's talking about. There's been some moments tonight where we seen what we just seen then. Zion Walker, they have not had defenses like this all season they've been playing against. Quincy's been able to take plays like that for long distance.
Gave him only 2 as they mark him down at the 49. Fake to him, go left. Cruz with the catch, turns it upfield. He gets down the sideline, and he is hit down. A touchdown-saving tackle, but he does pick up the first down. Cruz, he can go from 0 to 60 in a split second, fellas. You saw it there. He got it on the swing pass, turned it upfield, and turned on the Jets. First down, Rockets.
Brayton Bourne with a key block out there, T-Roy. And not only number 1, Brayton Bourne with the block, but Michael Morgan executing the play the same way Coach Palmer drew it up. It's a quick pass. We're going to get the quick release and get a wide receiver plenty of time and plenty of space to make a move.
Receivers stacked on both sides of the field. Fake to Mitchell. Morgan steps up in the pocket. He goes down the sideline. Got a man back there, and it is incomplete as closely guarding the receiver there. Good coverage by Giles County as Morgan stepped up in the pocket and sent it deep on the shot. 2nd down after the incompletion.
I do feel good, T-Roy, and I'll tell you why I feel good. 1, Coach called a play. He gave Micah a chance to have that explosive play we talked about. He's going to now put pressure on Giles County's defense and stretch the field, go deep. But here's also what I love about it. You said he stepped up in the pocket. He had protection. He had a little time that time.
2nd down and 10. Pistol set. Morgan turns and gives. Mitchell looking outside. Quincy trying to get to the corner. Breaks a tackle to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. Down the sideline he goes. Into the end zone. Touchdown. Quincy Mitchell, the quiet storm. He breaks free again, and he is over the 2,000-yard mark, the first Forrest Rocket in this storied football program's history to do so, and what a way to do it. He breaks the record for the single season on a 32-yard touchdown, and he breaks the 2,000-yard barrier on this touchdown run, gets his team back in the game. Do they go for 2 here?
Yes, indeed, and I love it. Quincy Mitchell going into the history books in historic fashion on 2 life-changing touchdown plays, not only in this game, but that young man will have that on the record book for the rest of his life.
First, he is at the century mark, so he keeps that streak alive as well. They will line up for 1 here. Snap good, set good, kick in the air, and the kick by Garcia is straight and true with 9:16 left here in the 3rd quarter. The Rockets are back in it. 25-21 Bobcats.
In Chapel Hill, healing starts at home with P4 Physical Therapy. Located at 5228 Nashville Highway, P4 is proudly owned and operated by former Rocket Logan Hollingsworth, who is dedicated to serving his hometown with the latest in physical therapy care. From sports injuries to post-surgery rehab, P4 offers personalized treatment that gets you back to what you love. Call 931-922-2140 or visit p4physicaltherapy.com.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
T-Roy, I told you 2 weeks ago, last time I seen you, we would tell the folks on the last game against Watertown what makes you so special as the only high school play-by-play broadcaster in this particular generation or ever, particularly in this county, Quincy Mitchell just put you in that category, and we'll tell folks a little bit more about the impossible mission.
Oh, what a job there. It was a mental gaffe by Giles County. They cleared away from the football thinking it might go out of bounds. It ends up taking a hop straight up in the air, and the Rockets recover. It just ended up being a little further down the field on the onside kick. What a mental mistake by the Bobcats.
Yes, indeed. And I tell you what, that right there not only excites the young men over there because I'm looking at the sideline, but what it just did. Coach Palmer has not only settled the boys down, the young men, but he's quieting all the naysayers, T-Roy. That may be me as well. So he said, calm down up there. I got this. I'm under control. It is 9:16 left in the third quarter, and the whole narrative, folks, I want to be real clear, the whole narrative has changed.
Brain flatulence taking place here in Pulaski as the Rockets take advantage. Now they are set up again, deep in Giles County territory at the 32. Mitchell behind Morgan, he gets the call. Up the middle, Quincy shaking and baking. He gets hit hard as he reaches the 30. Gain of a couple on the play, and fellas, now think about where this team measures up right now. You talk about growth in a program. You're looking at down 11 at halftime to a juggernaut on their home field. This is mental acuity and staying together as a team. This is what it takes to get over the hump. This is one of these games now, you've got yourself in it. Can you get over the hump?
And after this second down play, I want to present something else to you, T-Roy.
Give Quincy again, a little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, but good penetration there. And again, we see that man all over the field. Pearson Collier making a stop on Quincy Mitchell. It'll bring up third down.
Here's the question for you, T-Roy. If the Rockets are successful here, or even if they're not successful, but let's just say when they do take the lead again, now that mental fortitude that you and I were talking about at halftime, now that shifts. Now you got to ask yourself, are the Bobcats able to bounce back off the mat after these turn of events?
8 minutes left here in this third quarter. Rockets out of the gun. Back to throw. Morgan dances around. Now he's trying to get free. Gets outside, lost the football. It's on the ground, and it is picked up by the Rockets. They will maintain possession, but now it brings up fourth down. Morgan trying to break free, but again, we saw the athleticism of those Giles County defenders. They got to Morgan, and as he was trying to make a play, lost the football. But fortunately for the Rockets, they maintained possession.
They did maintain possession, T-Roy. There was not a wide receiver open. No one there to be able for him to pass the ball to Michael Morgan. And here's the thing, T-Roy. With that defense of the Bobcats been coming all night, there's a certain amount of time that you only going to be allotted back there in that pocket, and they just ran out of time back there.
4th and 17. They're at the Bobcat 39, so they will not punt. 3 receivers, top of your screen. Quick set and throw. Pass is caught. Little hook and lateral. Mitchell down the sidelines. Pucker up and kiss him goodbye. Oh, what a play. A la the old days. That was that Miami Dolphins special back against the Chargers in the playoffs. The hook and lateral executed to perfection.
T-Roy, I'm going to go ahead and be a homer now. I don't want to offend anybody, but the first time I ever seen that was 1984. That's what the Marshall County Tigers did with Rodney Davis in the time they won the championship, the old hook and ladder that time, and Quincy Mitchell. I tell you what, that was beautiful. Coach Palmer, you pulled the bag out your trick, and I tell you what, T-Roy, now the whole narrative has changed so much, the Rockets may mess around and blow the Bobcats out.
Man. What a turn of events here. Snap good, set good, kick good. And with 6:59 left here, third quarter, we're going to keep it here. Peter Wilson, let's see it one more time.
Watch the curl up, T-Roy. I want you to see the wide receiver. Watch him curl up there. It curl up, and he got position, T-Roy, and punched it out there. And I think that was Tincher, if I'm not mistaken.
That was just like boxing out in basketball, man. He got his rear end turned around beautifully, pitched it to Quincy Mitchell, and it looked like they worked on that every day, all day. That was executed to perfection.
And I apologize. Thank you, Mr. Peter Wilson.
That was Isaac Cruz.
Isaac Cruz, number 4. Peter and Jay Schilling, they do a beautiful job of holding me accountable. But here's the thing, T-Roy, I don't want folks to miss.
Wait a minute, Pete's telling you something here.
Braden Bourne. I apologize, Braden Bourne. There it is. Braden Bourne was the one who caught the ball. But here's the thing, T-Roy, I don't want folks to miss it. The only way that play works, the timing of everything has to be perfect. One, the quarterback has to throw the ball, wide receiver has to catch it. But here's the thing. Here's the reason why sometimes it does not work. You have to have a running back with enough speed to be able to get there for the timing of that to work, because I've seen it played out a lot of times, and if you don't have the right running back or enough quickness to be able to get downfield, because there's a lot going on in that play, and the running back has to get down there and get in position to be able to catch that.
You look across the way. Look at the bench now for the Rockets as they are energized. Here they go again. They're going to catch this one. You better believe it here as they come back across the field, up the middle, and taken down as he crosses about the 36, 37-yard line. But once again, what a huge mistake by Giles County. And the Rockets on 4th and 17, they get it done. What a beautiful play call and excellent execution by the Rockets. They have now retaken the lead here, 28-25. We're under 7 left here in the third quarter.
And I tell you what, T-Roy, can you imagine the level of confidence that the Rocket players have? And I tell you what, I don't know what Coach said to him at halftime, but here's the thing. Sometimes when Coach is talking to you, you might not believe half of what he say. But I tell you what, all of us should be believers now in whatever Coach Palmer got to say.
Well, when you keep working, sometimes you make your own luck, and I think that's what they did. Is this time, once again, they're able to drag down. That was Bourne who got a hold. He is fired up over on the sideline as he gets a hold to Pearson Collier and keeps him from taking it down the sideline. Gain of about 2 or 3, but an excellent job by Blaze Bourne. He's big and strong, and Collier couldn't break free.
I want you to watch the celebration of Blaze Bourne after the tackle, T-Roy, because everyone should know by now that's not an easy task to pull down Collier, but Blaze Bourne on his own sideline celebrating.
What does that do for your teammates, though? That energy and that fires everybody up. Second down, fired out of the backfield, pass caught again. Here comes the gunner as they get a hold of Collier. He spins free, stays on his feet, and he is hit down finally at about the 43. There were enough white jerseys there that were able to get him down, but he shook and he baked and he did everything he could to try to keep from being taken down. Excellent individual effort, but it still brings up third down.
Coach Cullen Homolka is going to be ecstatic when he goes back and plays this for the young men, because here's why, T-Roy, they were rallying to the ball. We have seen Collier all night be able to break tackles, but here's the thing. Can he break 3 tackles? Can he break 4 tackles? And that's the beautiful thing about 4 or 5 white jerseys coming.
We know he can break about 3, but he couldn't break the other guys that came in support, as you said. Third down and 5 now. It'll be Collier to his quarterback's right. Fake, fire out of the backfield. Collier incomplete. Timing was a little off on that one, and the pass sailed from the quarterback Randolph over to Collier, incomplete, and now Giles County will have to punt.
I tell you what, Mr. Sweeney, correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the first time I've seen the punter for Giles County Bobcats all night? Yeah. Now watch this, T-Roy. The momentum
You've
has
seen
shifted.
him, but wait a minute. Now, don't be surprised if they don't try to pull something out of the bag here themselves.
The momentum has shifted, T-Roy. The playbook says punting. He going.
Yeah. Rockets got back there. Cruz is going to wave everybody off, and this will be down at the 19-yard line. Now, you're the Rockets. 5:13 left here in this third quarter. You're down 11. You've scored twice. You've got a turnover. You've got a 3-and-out, or you got a stop. And, of course, you got the, I don't know what I called a while ago, brain flatulence by Giles County on the kickoff. So now you're in a position where you score here, you're up 2 scores. Did you think you'd see that?
Well, I tell you,
especially this quick.
Well, I tell you what, T-Roy, clearly you and I didn't know exactly what was going to take place. So what we were interested in is knowing if the young men had the mental fortitude to stay locked in, and they do have that.
Quincy Mitchell looks inside, cuts it up. Quincy to the 35, to the 40, 45, to the midfield stripe. Trying to break free, and he is tackled and slung down. A little frustration there, as that's Jacarius Reese over there. But Quincy Mitchell, they set that one up, Noble. They looked, and he is down.
That's the big thing right now. There was a little extra there by Reese as he took him down. But they set that up, Noble. They left that whole wide side of the field over here open. Noble, Quincy is good enough. He said, you know what, they think I'm going that way. Let me take this little sliver of daylight I get and cut it back inside, which he did. Big play again for Quincy. Big thing is now you're holding your breath as they're attending to him down on this sideline. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back after this.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. Mitchell pops up. He still hobbles off the field, but you are a little hopeful that maybe he can come back. First down and 10 now from the Giles County 45. 4.5 left here in the third quarter. Cruz in motion. They get it to him on the flip. Isaac cuts it back inside. He will reach the 44 maybe before being hit and pushed back. They'll bring up second down. Again, you get Mitchell out of the game. You go back. Where's your other speed coming from? There's Cruz who gets it.
And yes, indeed. And all you want to do is try to get speed on the edge, and you have some blockers out there. That's when you know that this defense over here also has speed, because they stretched it out and they had some of those white jerseys where they had it secure.
Folks, don't lose track of what you're seeing here with the fact of this offense right now being able to dictate a little bit of what's going on right now. The way they're lining up the formations, they're getting what they want right now. Second down. Back to throw. Morgan, he's going to step up and fire. Got a man open, just incomplete. Cruz was back there. He got just enough heat that he had to throw it maybe one tick before he wanted to, but Cruz had gotten open. He had two guys actually back there running behind those Giles County defensive backs.
He did, and credit to Coach Palmer and clearly recognizing not only what was required in order to win this contest, but saying, hey, Michael Morgan, there's been times in this season where we relied heavily on the running game. We know exactly what you're capable of. I just need you to be ready whenever we call your number, and they called his number tonight, and he's been ready.
Third down and 9. Giles County showing they're coming. Here they come. Morgan looks, he got some protection. Pass is, incomplete. He could not get a foot down. Cruz made the reception, but they said he was out of bounds. Brings up fourth down.
Nice touch on it. They just didn't have enough room on the boundaries, T-Roy. And everybody who knows anything, they know that's 53 1/3 yards wide of a football field. And we needed 53 and a half that time, 54 yard wide or something.
They'll send on the punt team here with Jacob Tincher. Reese back there to receive. Under 4 left here in this third quarter. Play clock winding down. It's at 5. Snap is good. They're going to go outside with the run. Tucks it. He got the corner to the 40, to the 35, and he is hit down. Tincher gets hit hard. Did he get there? I believe he did. He just got enough, fellas. That was a long run, and Tincher used his speed, and he needed every bit of it. He got to the corner. Watch it again.
They got Blaze Bourne in the backfield. He's excited, T-Roy, and he's doing just like a pulling lineman would do. And they got around the corner, T-Roy, and they did exactly what you do in the blocking scheme. They got around the edge, and they sealed. They turned their buttocks to the sideline of the opposition, and they said, we're going to block anybody who comes towards us, and Tincher did the rest.
This is seizing the opportunity, Noble. What a gutty play call by the Rockets. First down now from the Giles County 34. Mitchell back in. He's in motion. They're going to give it to him on the little flip. Quincy 35, cuts it back inside, and he'll reach the 30 before being hit down. Looked okay on that play.
Not only did he look okay, but here's the vision, T-Roy. I want to see it again because watch this. Rather than try to use the speed and rely on it to get to the edge, watch Quincy's patience. Watch the pause, and he said, I'm just going to lean off in here where all these white jerseys is at, and I'm going to pick up whatever the defense and the offensive lineman give me. And T-Roy, right after this play, I would love for you to take an opportunity to highlight them linemen. We talked about it earlier, but we hadn't called their names individually and collectively all night.
Quincy now, I think, 18 for 143, I believe, with that gain. Ricky was just over a second ago, so second down now. Morgan turns and gives. Quincy again. Cuts it back inside again. Hard running there by Quincy. That nice cut back inside. Noble, it looked like he might take it outside. He saw something, cut it back inside quickly, and he picks up his first down.
What they call is that's wisdom for a sophomore, T-Roy. Most folks want to take that too wide. He took what they gave him. What about them linemen, T-Roy? Give me some names.
Mitchell Todd, Lachlan Morris, Delman Hall, Wyatt Holmes, Jackson Kramer up front. They are doing a wonderful job thus far.
And T-Roy, I'm going to ask you again. When Coach Palmer and the Rockets punch this one in, can the Bobcats get off the mat in the fourth quarter when they come down?
Rockets have certainly taken the punch here and have punched back. Mitchell, Quincy, just like he's running into a sled, fellas. You don't think about how strong he is in his lower extremities until you see a run like that. Fellas, he is so hard to bring down. Guys coming over the top to finally get him, but he's dragging him like you see a guy dragging one of these parachutes behind him when he's running. He's just dragging guys with him.
Coach said our identity is to run the ball, and he is feeding his horse tonight. And I tell you what, that young man is eating everything, all the grains Coach can feed him.
19 carries, 146 yards for Mitchell as the clock winds down to a minute left here in this third quarter. Rockets looking to add to that lead as they go back to Mitchell. Mitchell outside, now inside. Quick cut by Quincy, and he'll pick up another large chunk as now. Second half, Noble, we are beginning to see this Rocket offensive line. Quincy beginning to find a few holes to run behind as they are moving people up front. So you talk about these guys taking some pride in being able to wear people down. Right now, they're winning the line of scrimmage.
And yes, indeed, they winning at the point of attack. And I want to go ahead and be clear, T-Roy. You got to credit the coaching staff as well. The schemes that the coaching staff is putting up there, they making it real clear that we can be a balanced attack. Look at the passing situation here. It's going to soften up the run, T-Roy. Look at all the wide outs, and the middle's open. Give it to Quincy right off the tackle.
Third and a couple here. 2 down territory. Give it to Mitchell straight up the middle. First down, Rockets. He got a really good block in the center of that line. Delman Hall and the guards really did a wonderful job that time as they just pushed forward, and Quincy right behind him for the first down.
Mr. Sweeney, you've been wanting this all night. Coach put all them wide outs, and he said, I'm going to soften up the middle, and all I'm going to do is give the ball to Quincy and let him eat.
Final play of the third quarter. What a turnaround it's been here. That was definitely the quarter of the year for the Rockets. As they come from 11 down, they now lead it by 3 as we head to the fourth.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. See Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive.
Welcome back. What a quarter for the Rockets. Rockets hold Giles County scoreless in that third period, put 14 on the board themselves, and they are driving as we will begin this fourth quarter. What an effort.
Let's be clear, T-Roy. I know there's a stat you got in a second, but let's be clear. If the Rockets put this ball in the end zone, they go up 10 in the fourth quarter, and you do the math and you shift this whole thing around from down 11 coming out of the half to being up 10 in the fourth quarter, T-Roy.
Ricky had an interesting stat. 5 plays for Giles County in that third quarter. Fellas, hey, sometimes you're better to be lucky than good. They were a little fortunate with Giles County letting that kick just drop on the field and not picking it up. But the Rockets, again, you did what a good team's got to do.
you capitalize on others' mistakes. This is a big boy game here.
I'm glad you kept talking and elaborate. You said lucky and good. Sometimes you can be both, and they've been both tonight.
They are knocking on the door again from the 13 here as we open this fourth quarter. Back to the ground, Mitchell, center of the field. He gets hit down hard as he tried to find running room in the center of that line, and that time Giles County able to shut him down, lost the yard. It'll be now 2nd down and 11.
And that was a case where Giles County right in that interior there, old school, what they used to call nose guard right over top of the ball. They won at the point of attack that time. So we're going to have to get a better push. And Mr. Sweeney, let's keep an eye. They look at there. They soften up the middle again, Mr. Sweeney. Look at there with the wide outs. Trips to the right, T-Roy.
But look, though, Noble, all of the area in the center of the field. Give Quincy. Runs middle. Gets it down to about the 12, maybe the 11. But, Noble, you see those three guys over on the right side of the field. There's such a gap there, it opens up that slant. And they like to use that play, but it opens it up a lot as now we got another time where I believe Quincy down again. He got hit pretty hard again, and once again, fellas, we're just going to hope he's able to get up and continue. But let's take a break. They attend to Mitchell, and we'll take a timeout.
In the heart of Chapel Hill, there's a small-town grocery with a big selection, Brooks Grocery. From crisp produce to shelves full of your favorite brands, Brooks has it all. The deli offers a hot bar daily and even sushi. At Brooks, the employees aren't just staff, they're your friends and neighbors. With new items arriving all the time, you might just find your next favorite food at Brooks. Don't be chicken to try something new at Brooks Grocery. Big selection and hometown heart. They call him the real Dr. J. No, not the basketball legend, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan. He may not dunk, but he does bring slam dunk vision care to Lewisburg. And his team, nearly 100 years of combined experience. We're still trying to figure out how they all started in middle school. But jokes aside, Advanced Eye Care Clinic takes your vision seriously. From cutting-edge technology to a warm, beautiful office at 815 East Commerce Street, you're in great hands. Call 931-359-4373 today. Your eyes will thank you.
To that.
They're working on Quincy's calf, and now they are going to take him off the field. Fellas, that is a devastating blow for the Rockets. And we watched as they continued to work on that calf area. But that is not a good sign as, of course, Quincy, the warrior he is, got hurt a little bit earlier, came back in the game, carried it a couple more times, went down there at the 11, or now at the 13. On the night, he's got 23 carries, 154 yards, and a couple of scores. Over 2,000 for the year. Of course, has secured the single-season record, but what he wants most right now is for the final 11 minutes to see his team be able to hang on. 3rd down and 10 now for the Rockets. Patrick is in at the back. He is to Morgan's right. 3rd down and 10. Morgan looking. Fires over the middle. Pass is tipped incomplete. There were a number of guys who had a hand on it. Braden Bourne was the intended target. There were a couple of Bobcats that looked like they got a hand on it. Maybe Bourne got a hand on it, but it falls finally harmlessly to the turf, and they'll bring up 4th down.
The right adjective, T-Roy, harmlessly. Harmlessly. There was 4 Bobcats in the area, T-Roy, and we want to try to get 3 points. We want to walk away with 3 points, T-Roy.
Isaiah Garcia will trot onto the field. And with the way the Rockets have been going into the bag of tricks, maybe this is not a sure thing here. It'll be a 30-yard attempt out of the hold of Isaac Cruz. He is on the left hash for Garcia. Snap good, set good. Kick is no good. Pushed it just left. So with 10:37 left here in the fourth quarter now, Giles County goes back to the offense in this back-and-forth battle.
At Elite Electrical, our team of licensed professionals brings precision and care to every project. From residential upgrades, light commercial installation, rewiring homes, or installing energy-efficient lighting in businesses, our expertise shines through in everything we do. Elite Electrical now offers HVAC services for both residential and light commercial projects as well. You can trust Elite Electrical to power your world with safety and excellence.
Chapel Hill is growing, and so is First Commerce Bank. With new locations opening, we're making it easier to serve you wherever life takes you. New technologies have provided many new windows to help make your banking experience easier.
Quickly, left side pass caught, and the receiver will be taken down. Good job over here by John Hightower. Pass is caught by 24, Jazz Bentley. First time we have called his number tonight.
And I tell you what, that's a great job by John Hightower, T-Roy, because I want to be clear. John Hightower allowed Bentley to be able to catch the ball, and he just broke down in open field and made sure he made a sure tackle in open field, and he didn't leave any pressure on the secondary or the safety to try to get the tackle. He made a sure tackle in open field. Great job, John Hightower.
2nd down and 1. Giles County at their own 29-yard line. Man in motion now, right to left. Fake now back to throw. Down the field, pass caught. 45-50. It's a foot race to the 40, to the 35, and taken out of bounds. Sean David gets over there to take down Drew McLemore. And we've got a penalty marker coming.
And I tell you what, T-Roy, when they go back and look at this, Lachlan Morris, I think Lachlan Morris might have been held. I think they had a little hug on Lachlan, and I don't think the young man's arm should have been wrapped around Lachlan. And Lachlan, I seen you disagree that the call wasn't made, and I disagree that it should have been made as well.
I want to see, are they signaling? It must be on Giles County, because the Giles County fans and the coaching staff look like they are not happy right now. I'm not exactly sure what happened.
And I seen a gesture that the ref made to the coach, and he made a gesture with his fist and brought his fist towards the coach's face. So I didn't see the end of that play. I was looking in the backfield there, and I don't know if somebody actually threw a punch or something. But I did see the ref. I did see him signal to the coach in his face. He took his right arm and he put it up towards the coach's left jaw. And I don't know if maybe somebody, but you would like to see somebody not necessarily in the game if they did that. So I don't know exactly what took place.
After the penalty, they're going to back it up to the 43. And from here, I did not see where the official was. I was trying to find him. So it's backed up now, 1st and 10 from the 43. Back to the ground they go. A little shake and bake and breaking free. What a job, again, by that man. That is number 15, Pearson Collier. Boy, Noble, he is wonderful in the hole with the way, much like Quincy Mitchell, the way he can stop and start and get started again so quickly. He shows it there again. 1st down, Bobcats. Blaze Bourne saved a touchdown.
Yes, he did. And let's just be honest, T-Roy, Pearson Collier, he has all the gifts as well. So let's just be honest about it.
Back to the ground they go. Collier trying to go up the middle. Does so as they get down close to the 20. Pushes it inside maybe with an extra effort down to about the 18. So he's going to be very close to another 1st down. Clock now under 9 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Giles County now, after the Rockets score a couple of touchdowns to take the lead. Bobcats trying to answer back.
And I tell you what, T-Roy, Bobcats has slowed down the offense. Look at the offense. They're taking their time getting the play in. I want you to look at the clock, T-Roy. It's going to be well under 10 seconds before they snap this ball.
Got a late substitution in here, really late. Play clock down to 5, and Giles County is going to be forced to burn a timeout. Timeout on the field with 8:25 remaining. Rockets by 3.
Chapel Hill is growing, and so is First Commerce Bank. With new locations opening, we're making it easier to serve you wherever life takes you. New technologies have provided many new windows to help make your banking experience easier, but our commitment to personal service hasn't changed. We're right here with you, supporting what matters most. Other communities are now finding out what Marshall Countyans have known for over 20 years. First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
And welcome back. And fellas, believe it or not, Jace is going to get a shot here. Quincy's up on the sideline again, and fellas, they say he's been working. So you hope maybe it's just tightness in that calf area. He's he's a warrior. He wants to get back in.
He does, and I'm old school, T-Roy, and here's the thing. If coach does not take your helmet away from you, there's a possibility that you get back in the game.
Yes.
So the fact that he has his headgear on, it lifts my spirit. I'll tell you that.
2nd down and 2 from the 18 as we return. Giles County driving. Fake the give, rolling right. Randolph looks and fires, pass caught. Turning at the 10, down to about the 5, where it'll be 1st down and goal now, Giles County. Again, you have to respect Collier. The play action executed well there by Randolph as he rolled to his right, found his receiver, who turned it up the field. Now it's 1st down and goal from the Rocket 4.
And Randolph has earned the same word, T-Roy. You have to respect his ability to run the ball. So it froze the defense because they have seen Randolph utilize his legs, and it froze the defense, and he was able to throw a ball very accurate.
8 minutes left. Giles County going outside and going into the end zone once again is that man, Pearson Collier, with the score, and the Bobcats have retaken the lead, 31-28 with the point after try upcoming.
Collier, there's not enough superlatives you can say for him, T-Roy, even someone with your length of vocabulary. And I tell you what, the young man there, he just does it all. And the fact that I get to see him and he going to kick the ball off as well, he just does it all for the Bobcats.
Point after try has been an adventure, but here it is straight and true, and now a 4-point lead for the Bobcats. 7:57 left.
At Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee, we've called this state home for generations, which means we've been helping folks protect what matters most for over 75 years. Whether it's your car, your home, or the life you're securing, we're here with coverage that fits Tennessee. Bundle your coverage with us. If you're looking for one place to cover your insurance needs, no one is better suited to cover Tennessee than a Tennessean. Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Tennessee Insurance for Tennessee Life.
See your local agents, Scott Bond or Troy Cashin. Looking to tackle your next big project? At Equip Go Rentals, we've got the tools and the equipment you need. From skid steers, mini excavators, trenchers, and stump grinders to everything in between, we provide reliable, high-quality rentals to help you get the job done right. Whether it's construction, landscaping, or a home project, count on Equip Go for affordable rates, dependable service, and the right tools every time. Stop by our 401 North Horton Parkway location in Chapel Hill or give us a call at 931-364-RENT.
Welcome back. This one's had plenty of twists and turns, and we're not done yet. Giles County with the score goes back on top by 4, 32-28. 7:57 left here in the contest. Collier approaches, bangs this one long, and it will be taken at about the 10. Center of the field, 15-20, trying to get outside, and now taken down at about the 25, 26-yard line. And I believe that is going to be Tincher on the return. Indeed it is. And the Rockets will start from there. And you look now, and do you see 13? Yes, you do.
And T-Roy, Jay Schilling brought it to my attention, took me back, my man. What was those words that Michael Jordan said when he came back in 1995? I'm back. So Quincy Mitchell back into the lineup. So I'm back, Quincy said. So he's still stretching his legs, but I tell you what, it's quite a sight to see the young man come back into this contest.
What it does mentally, though, for his teammates, even if he's not 100%, just knowing he's there, yes, that I think makes a huge difference. The thing is, you just don't want him to sustain further injury because you need him more down the road. Fake the give to him. Morgan rolls and fires. Pass is caught. Really nicely done. And you watch that receiver over there on the sideline just look that ball in. That was Sean David, who made a wonderful grab.
T-Roy, I want you to watch his hands. Watch his hands, T-Roy. The training that the coaching staff must have done with him. He caught the ball with his hands.
Yes.
And I got to tell you, there's not a lot of wide receivers who utilize their hands to catch footballs. Sean David did it to perfection.
5th catch of the year for David. It gives him a 1st down. Ball spotted down at the Rocket 36-yard line. Give Mitchell, and he gets snowed under. Right now, Giles County just selling out, and there is that man defensively again, Pearson Collier. He has been all over the field. You just got to watch Quincy right now. You don't want to leave him in too long at this point. You don't want him to sustain further injury.
Well, I tell you what, Troy,
coaching staff, and he knows his health. But, boy, as a broadcaster and a fan, you just kind of hold your breath right now.
And my opportunity to opine on it, he got up too slow for my liking that time. I'm okay if he decides to sit it out.
Loss of 4, 2nd down and 14. Morgan back to throw. Got some heat. Rolls right. Now he fires out of the pocket, incomplete. Kind of just got rid of that one, Noble. He'll live to fight another day, 3rd down.
Not only did he live to fight another day, but it took us back to what was going on in the first half. He does not have a lot of time back there. There was a lot of Bobcats in his face that time, and certainly not enough time to be able to secure space to put the ball downfield to a wide receiver. So we're going to have to shore up our blocking, T-Roy, because if the running game is going to be limited, then you're one-dimensional. And if we're going to be one-dimensional, you at the Bobcats, you basically got Bobcats where they want you to be.
Yeah. 3rd down and 14. Big play upcoming. Morgan back to throw. Looks and fires down the sideline. Man back there, and no penalty marker.
They're going to call that contact incidental on the sideline right there with Quincy and the DB right there on the sideline. So they just going to call it incidental contact, no penalty that time.
Morgan put it up there trying to give his man Mitchell a chance to run under it and make a play. So it'll bring up 4th down, and now the Rockets will be forced to punt it away. Now you got to start looking at the clock. 6:36 remaining here as Tincher set to unload. Giles County, of course, will be ever.
We're going to need a timeout, T-Roy. We need a timeout.
Play clock down to 3, 2, 1. They're going to have to take a delay.
And I apologize. If you're going to punt the ball anyway, delay is the proper thing. But we certainly was not going to get that punt off, T-Roy. We had two players run on 2 different times, but both of them started running from the sideline with less than 10 seconds remaining.
Little confusion there, and they are forced to take the 5-yard penalty. .636 left. Tincher gets it out of there. Nobody's even back there for Giles County. Short punt that kicks up, and Giles County's going to get really good starting field position. Didn't get that one up in the air very much. It kind of went along the ground, and Giles County's going to take over in the Rocket territory here as the ball's going to be spotted down at the Rocket 43. 6:27 left here in the 4th quarter, and Giles County now set up with good field position as this Rocket defense has to try to find their footing again.
And when you say again, T-Roy, it boils down to this defensive opportunity right here. They certainly have to keep the Bobcats out of the end zone because just time and game situation, that's a lot of pressure that you apply to your offense, especially when you don't have all your horses.
Yeah, and you got Collier in there, and that's a constant threat as he gets the ball. Kind of shifts around at the line of scrimmage, and he'll be hit down hard. Picked up 1, maybe 2. It'll bring up 2nd down.
That's Chris Roybar, I believe, that got in there. But I tell you what, Roybar would not have been able to make that tackle had that defensive line had not stiffened up right there. They did not allow the Bobcats to push them off the line of scrimmage.
Noble, early, you've got to get to him just like Mitchell. You've got to get to him early.
You certainly do. Once Mitchell, once Collier, running backs like that, once they get to that 2nd level, you're just trying to figure out if that person at the 3rd level can bring them down.
Collier, 18 carries, 134 yards. 2nd down and 8. Fake the give, back to throw. Stepping up now, got some heat. He'll unload out of the backfield, pass caught. Collier, little shake and bake to the 30, and he breaks free down to about the 27, where he will pick up his 1st down. Quarterback that time, Randolph did a really nice job. He was facing some intense pressure, but with his athletic ability was able to buy enough time to flip it out of the backfield to the waiting arms of Collier, who, again, he actually has, I think, a 2nd coat of grease, maybe something else applied to him tonight because he is tough to bring down.
They certainly did flush Xavier Randolph out of the pocket that time, number 12. And you said it best, T-Roy. Not only did he avoid the pressure, but he managed to gain enough poise to make an accurate pass to Collier.
Collier now in over 100 in both rushing and receiving as they go back to the ground. Collier, 4 catches, 100 yards on the receiving end, and as we said a while ago, over 100 as he adds to the total there on the ground as well.
Let's respect the young man a little bit, T-Roy. Let's slow it down. I don't want to just blow by that. Pearson Collier, number 15 for the Bobcats. What are his stats again?
4 catches for 100 yards. Right now on the ground, he has 19 carries for 137 yards. And, of course, he has put it in the end zone multiple times tonight as well.
You want to be able to respect your opposition if they're able to do something like that.
Big thing right now, Giles County eating clock. We're under 4.5 minutes left as they give Collier. He just keeps putting pressure on the defense. Shifts outside now, back inside. And, again, I think picks up another first down as they move those sticks. But, Noble, the big thing is that clock continues to move. 4:15 and counting. Bobcats threatening. They are up by 4 here late.
And you said it, game situation, T-Roy. Not only is the clock working against you, but there's no reason to think that the Bobcats would score 3 points, but 7 points right here kind of closes the coffin.
14 at the 14 now. First down and 10. Giles County. Under 4 minutes remaining now. Turn, give. Collier hit down hard as he got back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And that's how you've got to attack him, Noble. If he can get those feet shifting, he is so dangerous, hard to take down. But you hit him before he gets started, as they did there. Makes it much tougher for him to get going.
Braden Bourne, number 1, and number 61 also in there, Lachlan Morris. And I told you, if there's going to be any success on that front line, got to call Lachlan Morris' name a little more often.
Second down and 10. No gain on the play. 3:15 left. Stepping up to throw. Firing pass is caught. Touchdown, Giles County. Randolph unloads, and he found a willing recipient in Xavier Hanna, number 18, as he takes it in to score. 3:10 left now, and Giles County has suddenly extended that lead, Noble. You have to wonder here for the Rockets. Can they get the quick strike offense back on the field and get it in the end zone? They're going to have to score, recover an onside kick, and do it again. White's point after try is in the air, and it is good. And with 3:10 left, now Giles County has stretched the lead to 2 scores as they lead it now 39-28.
Lewisburg Animal Hospital is Marshall County's premier small animal veterinary hospital. As part of the community since 1977, our 4 doctors and highly skilled team offer preventative care, internal medicine, general surgery, and ultrasound. In addition, Maggie Rue Pet Retreat and Grooming Salon is located adjacent to the hospital and offers a full-service grooming and lodging for your companions. Give us a call to schedule an appointment. Lewisburg Animal Hospital is proud to be your other family doctor.
When life gets full, Highway 99 Storage makes space. From everyday storage needs to your biggest seasonal projects, our units have a wide range of sizes to give you room for it all. Need a home for a camper or a boat? We've got secure parking too. And when your belongings need extra protection, our climate-controlled units keep them safe from heat and humidity. Highway 99 Storage, your space, your way. New units are now available. Call 364-5678 or visit highway99storage.com and rent online today.
And welcome back. It is Giles County now retaking a 2-score lead. 39-28 Bobcats. 3:10 left here in this 4th quarter. Can the Rockets find one more answer? As this kick drifting back, Cruz. He'll take it at the 3 to the 10, 15. Gets out just shy of the 20 and is hit down hard. Good special teams coverage by the Bobcats, so that leaves a lot of field to cover and not a lot of time here for the Rockets. 3:03 left as they take the field, and they will have it 1st and 10 from their own 18.
And circumstances being such as they are, T-Roy, you are one-dimensional. Not only do you have the time against you, but the distance in which you got to go, and you got to have the ball twice, and you got to score twice. So you got to cover a lot of ground, not only on this possession, but you're going to need those explosive plays, T-Roy.
Rockets now 2 receivers to the left, 1 receiver to the right. Mitchell to Morgan's right as he's back to throw. Looks, fires, airs it out down the field. Got a man back there, and Cruz, he caught that. Oh, my goodness. Isaac Cruz, he has done it again. What a job by Cruz. He just stayed with that football. He was going to be a pass interference call anyway, but he stayed with it as he outfought the defender and caught it on the ricochet coming down. Isaac Cruz, what a catch.
Isaac Cruz said, you want to get the deep passing game going? How about looking for number 4? How about that for the junior wide out there, T-Roy? And I tell you what.
Concentration, Noble. What concentration by Cruz. Sometimes he gets lost in how good Quincy Mitchell is. He is an outstanding receiver.
And I don't want to lose sight of what you just said. Sometimes when you have a player as good as Quincy Mitchell, there's a lot of times where you don't go to some other playmakers and they don't get their name called. And Michael Morgan had time in the pocket that time. Great job, offensive line also.
From the Giles County 48. Fake the give. Down the sideline again. Man back there. A lot of hand fighting. And did he get that one? No, he didn't come up with that one. But there was a lot of hand fighting with Cruz and the defensive back there. It'll be second down.
And yes, indeed. Had the DB right there, number 1 that time, Cooper White for the Bobcats, had him on the island one-on-one. And I tell you what, Michael Morgan, I know exactly what was on your mind. You came up pre-snap. You said, hey, Isaac Cruz, one-on-one. I'm not even caring who's on the other side of the field. I'm looking for number 4, one-on-one situation.
Thought for a moment, Giles County quickly getting back here to cover up Tincher, who's in the slot. Second down and 10. And before they can get this one off, Giles County had a little confusion defensively. They're going to take a timeout. 2:34 left. We'll be back.
In Chapel Hill, healing starts at home with P4 Physical Therapy. Located at 5228 Nashville Highway, P4 is proudly owned and operated by former Rocket Logan Hollingsworth, who is dedicated to serving his hometown with the latest in physical therapy care. From sports injuries to post-surgery rehab, P4 offers personalized treatment that gets you back to what you love. Call 931-922-2140 or visit p4physicaltherapy.com.
Hey, there's my girl. Who's that?
Life can be uncomfortable. Your home doesn't have to be. Ream Heating Equipment was designed to bring affordable comfort to any home. So no matter your budget, we can help you feel comfortable, even when you can't be comfortable.
Oh, come on. Yes, let's go.
When it's time for a tune-up or a new HVAC system, contact the trusted pros at Clint's Air Care for expert service and installation.
And welcome back. Rockets with it. 2 minutes, 34 seconds remaining. They've got it second down and 10 from the Giles County 48, trailing 39-28. Rockets still have a full complement of timeouts at their disposal. Morgan, back to throw. Got some pressure. Steps up in the pocket. Still keeps it alive. Fires down the field, and it's incomplete as he was intending that one for Tincher. Incomplete at about the 35-yard line. Defended there by 23, Colt Ogle. It'll bring up now third down and 10.
And Michael was flushed out of the pocket that time, T-Roy.
Thought he might keep it that time, Noble, as he came out of the pocket.
There's been 2 times tonight where you and I both thought that he may pull it down and may actually run. And I think it may be the time on the clock. Maybe in his head he's thinking, we're going to have a big strike, and I need to be able to do that with my arm rather than my legs. But your legs work too, Michael.
They'll empty Mitchell out of the backfield, and obviously he looks like he's still in some pain. Fires across the middle pass, picked off behind the intended target and down the sideline. Giles County cutting it back across the field, and he is going to score. Excellent return, as that one was just a little bit behind the intended target. It gave the defender enough room to break on it, pick it off, and he made a beautiful move. Once it looked like he was trapped on the sideline, cut back across the field and took it to the house.
And at this stage, T-Roy, is one of those cases where you sit back and you think about a couple opportunities you had, and then things have taken another shift. So this game here, the momentum have shifted a couple ways. At one point in time, we were talking about the Rockets maybe going up 10, and now they find themselves down quite a bit here.
And I apologize, I could not see with those jerseys. I'm not sure, was it 20, 23 possibly Ogle? I'm not sure. We couldn't get the number going across the field, and I'm not sure if Pete can get it on replay, but Giles County, after the interception return, has padded the lead, 46-28. Fellas, let's keep it here. As Giles County now, this score is going to look a whole lot worse than what this game, how close it's been. And you have to think about, had Quincy not gotten nicked up a little bit, they had all the momentum headed their way at that point. But give Giles County credit. Much like the Rockets had to bounce back from being down, Giles County had to bounce back. They were able to do so. Now they lead it here late, 46-28.
And T-Roy, I think that's proper, my man. Both teams have had an opportunity to say, let's put the other team away, and both teams have had an opportunity to show you what they were made of. So you got to respect that on both sides, because right when we were having that conversation, it was a chance in the fourth quarter for the Rockets to go up 10. So a lot has transpired in here, and we talked about it, turn of events. This whole second half, my man, it's going to be a lot of coaches watching the film talking about this was a turning moment right here. There's been a lot of turning moments in this second half.
Giles County now, they look like at the start of the season, maybe they might be down a little bit. Battled through injury, of course. They got beat by Watertown after the win here tonight. Unless the Rockets can pull a miracle, they're going to be playing for a region championship on this field next week against Sequatchie County. Long kick taken at the 5. Center of the field, 10. 15 out to the 20. Staying on his feet as he crosses the 20. Tincher out to about the 22. And the Rocket offense back on the field.
And it's real simple now, T-Roy. You know that the ball has to go in the air, so I only have one simple request. Let's protect our quarterback, because you know the Bobcats are coming. It's not going to be one of those scenarios where they play some prevent defense and let you dink and dunk because there's not enough time there. So they will be coming for the quarterback, and let's just try to keep our quarterback upright.
Well, I'm thinking about keeping your running back upright. 2 minutes left in the game. I'm thinking right now I may have Mitchell sitting because he's going to be far more valuable to me next week than he will be in his final 2:03 tonight.
You're not going to get a disagreement from me, T-Roy.
Rolling right, looking. Morgan fires. Pass is picked off. Cutting it back inside, staying on his feet, and finally taken down. That's number 2, I believe. Darian London, who makes the pick. And here late, Rockets trying to get themselves back in the game, throwing the football, and Giles County has picked off a couple of aerials here late.
Well, let's be clear, T-Roy. In football, when you become one-dimensional, it requires a lot of you to execute to perfection when you become one-dimensional. When the opposing team on defense know, and everybody on both sidelines know exactly what has to take place, it becomes an uphill battle.
Yeah, and Micah has been super efficient tonight. Last couple of passes have been probably – not where he would have wanted him to be, but overall tonight, I think you've got to feel like he's taken even another step forward with being able to handle the pressure that he's seen tonight.
I agree. They've been in desperation mode this last 2 series, but there was moments in this game, T-Roy, and I want to be real clear. There was moments in this game where the game relied heavily on Michael Morgan, and he stood up to that challenge and exceeded it. I want to be real clear. There were moments where the moment required him to be big, and he was great.
Yes, he definitely was, and take nothing away from him tonight. He has performed very well. Giles County just milking the clock now as they're going to let it run. Collier, they'll snap it at close to the 1 minute mark. Giles County will go to 6-3 on the season, Noble. It will drop the Rockets to 6-3. More importantly, Giles County goes to 3-1 in region play, drops the Rockets to 2-2, and a huge game next week against Watertown. If the Rockets win and Giles County loses here to Sequatchie County, the Rockets can still secure home field advantage in the opening round of the playoffs. If they defeat Watertown and Giles County defeats Sequatchie County, you finish 3rd. If you lose next week, you finish 4th.
Well, again, I'm redundant, my man. You win is the only thing you have control over.
Yes, exactly.
So the game plan is to study the film, be prepared for Watertown. And here's the thing. You've been setting us up for this for 3 or 4 weeks now. There's no one who's been listening to TC Sports 1 or no one who's going to be real honest about the assessment that what you just put on the table. Watertown is a formidable opponent.
They beat Giles County. That's all you need to know. Even if Giles County was less than 100%, if you beat this team, taking Collier out of the game, that is it's just like taking Mitchell out for the Rockets. That's a huge setback for Giles County. But they've got a lot of Giles County throwing the football.
Now I tell you what.
Yeah.
I tell you what. I tell you what, I'm going to pull one of the T-Roys on you, and I'm going to talk about something else right now. How about this, okay? Let's go back to what you said a second ago. Watertown is a formidable opponent because they also was ahead at one point in time against Sequatchie County. And me and Mr. Sweeney will tell you Sequatchie County might be some of the best you're going to see at this level.
Now, I'm going to go back. I just got to say, don't throw the ball up 18 with a minute left. Come on. Now they're getting the victory formation.
You wasn't going to leave it alone.
I was not going to leave it alone. That's one of those things you kind of don't let slide. I mean, there's an unwritten rule. There are unwritten rules, and that was one that just sit on the football and go home. That's just me.
You're not going to open the door for me to walk in it, my man. You've already said it.
39 seconds left here. They're going to take a knee again, and that will be very close. I think that'll be our final play of the game. Indeed, it will. And Giles County has picked up a big win here at home. They now get a showdown with Sequatchie for the region championship here in Pulaski next week, and the Rockets go on the road, taking on Watertown in a must-win situation if they still hope to secure a first-round playoff home game. Your final here tonight. It is Giles County 46 and the Rockets 28. We'll be back in just a few moments to wrap this one up. Forrest Sports on TC Sports 1 is brought to you by The Real Dr. J, Dr. Jeffrey Jordan at Advanced Eye Care Clinic, by Elite Electrical, John Dippold and his fine team, by Farm Bureau Insurance, Auto, Home, Life, and Health, by Apex Bank, a top performer by the ICBA, by Brooks Grocery, where you'll find your next favorite food, by Quince Air Care, your certified Rheem dealer, by Moorhead Cheek PLLC, Matt Moorhead and John Cheek, by First Commerce Bank, your first choice for hometown banking, by Highway 99 Storage, now renting new units, by J&J Automotive, your one-stop automotive shop, by Lewisburg Animal Hospital, your other family doctor, by Mack Equipment, parts, sales, service, and rental, by the town of Chapel Hill, moving forward with strong tradition, by the Ric Flair of Lawn Care, take Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control, by P4 Physical Therapy, Logan Hollingsworth, and by EquipGo Rentals, your home for equipment rental.
In Chapel Hill, Tennessee, we're moving forward with strong tradition. Our town is growing, but we're holding tight to the country charm that makes us proud to call it home. From a world-class tractor pull, the Lions Super Pull of the South, to peaceful family days at Henry Horton State Park, to a friendly wave and greeting as you shop with our local merchants. We're building for the future while celebrating who we are. The town of Chapel Hill wishes all Forrest High School athletes the best of luck this year. And as always, go Rockets!
Woo! If it's in your yard, it's not too hard for Tate. Take Garvin at Garvin's Ground Control. Gravel driveways, landscaping, backhoe work, garden turning and lawn mowing, Garvin's Ground Control has got you covered. Quality workmanship and reasonable pricing make Garvin's Ground Control the heavyweight champion of ground control in the mid-state. He is the Ric Flair of lawn care, Mr. Tate Garvin. Give him a call, 931-703-7997. That's Garvin's Ground Control.
He's a real big dude.
Apex Bank has been named the #1 community bank in Tennessee by Independent Community Bankers of America. Located at 118 South Horton Parkway, we offer everyday checking, CDs, and personal loans. Secure, convenient online banking. Bank anytime, anywhere. We're your neighbors, proud to sponsor local events like the Forrest High School Fish Fry. Apex Bank, 931-246-7105. Apex Bank, building stronger communities together. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Your one-stop shop to keep your auto running smoothly is J&J Automotive. From routine maintenance to brakes, front-end alignments, suspension work, oil changes or AC work, all the way to transmission replacements or engine swaps, J&J has got you covered. See Mr. Vince or Mr. Matt Jackson at their location at 1791 Highway 99 Chapel Hill, or give them a call at 931-364-5602. Keep your vehicle in tip-top shape at J&J Automotive.
And welcome back as we await Mr. Ricky Sweeney here in just a few moments. Noble, I think the big thing you carry away here tonight is the heart that the Rockets played with. Coming out that second half, you're down 11. Things have not gone well for you. You had a big play go against you in the first half. Times past, this team could have mailed it in. Tonight, showed a lot of heart in that second half. Got back ahead and really were driving, as you said, to get up 10. Had that unfortunate injury to Quincy, and then Giles County gets a couple of picks late to make it 46-28 is your final here tonight. But I think for the Rockets, they accounted themselves very well here tonight.
And one more thing to add before Mr. Sweeney come with the stats to you, Roy. There was one more thing that impressed me. Before everyone get locked in and thinking that this team only has one identity, and that's the running game, what they should walk away from here is when needed, this team can be balanced and this team can stretch the field vertically.
We'll turn it over to Mr. Ricky Sweeney with our final stats. Ricky.
All right, thank you, Troy. Rockets 33 rushes, 157 yards on the ground, 11 of 26 passing tonight, 3 interceptions for 146 yards. Total offense for the Rockets 303. Giles County 27 rushing attempts, good for 195 yards. They were 10 of 16 passing, no interceptions for 207. Total offense Giles County 402. Individually for the Rockets on the ground, Quincy Mitchell 24 carries, 150 yards. Had a couple of big scores, one from 32, another one from 36. Michael Morgan 8 carries for -4 tonight. Jacob Tincher 1 carry for 11. Individually for Giles County, Xavier Randolph. He's a pretty good quarterback as well. 5 carries for 43 yards. Pearson Collier, very good player. Yeah. 22 carries, 152 yards. Over 100 yards rushing and receiving tonight. Great game for Mr. Pearson Collier. Pass catching tonight, Rockets did very well, I thought. Isaac Cruz, 5 catches for 62. Quincy Mitchell, 3 catches for 27. One of those a 14-yard touchdown catch. Braden Bourne, 2 catches for 47. Sean David, 1 catch for 10 yards. Pass receiving, Pearson Collier, 4 catches for 100 yards. He had a 48-yard touchdown catch. And Xavier Hanna, he had a good night catching the ball. 4 for him for 55 yards. He had 2 touchdowns, one of 24 and one of 13. Drew McLemore, 43 yards on 1 catch. And the Rockets are going to lose here tonight, but I'm with you guys. Played their hearts out. Lose it here tonight, 46-28.
Definitely thought they accounted themselves very well here tonight. Now, road is simple. Win next week. Hope Sequatchie County can beat Giles County here on this field and secure a home playoff position. That is, you still got a lot to play for next week, a lot in front of you.
And you said it too, Roy. Anytime you have something still to look forward to, that's all you can ever ask for. And what you just described, Coach will be able to lay it out for them simple. For those who are visual learners, he can put it up on the board for them. For those who are audio, they've already heard it, so it's real clear. What's at stake is right in front of them next Friday. They just got to simply travel and go get it and complete the task. And they have a whole week to be able to not only put this game behind them, but they have an opportunity to be able to get everybody who hopefully can get 100% and get all your horses back in line and just let them out the stable, my man, next week.
With that being said, of course, Rockets here tonight, as we said again, accounted themselves well, but they will go down in defeat. Giles County picks up the win. They move to 6-3 on the season, drop the Rockets to 6-3. Your final here tonight from Sam Davis Park. It's Giles County 46 and the Rockets 28. For Mr. Peter Wilson, Mr. Jay Schillig, Mr. Ricky Sweeney, and Mr. Noble Mays, this is Troy Cashin. Have yourselves a great night, everyone. You have been watching Rocket Sports here on TC Sports 1. Good night, everybody.